And we are live, baby. It's your boy Josiah Willis in the building, aka King Life, aka the pastor, the podcaster, the YouTuber. You already know what I do, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here with my boy Anthony Nicola, but also we with the live outlet OG BZ in the building.
What up?
And we're gonna go right ahead and do a night two recap for WrestleMania 40 that arrived here today on April 7th, 2024. As you all know, a new world heavyweight champion was
You doing
crowned.
it too? You doing backwards? You shouldn't even
Exactly.
tell that to the. That's the last match. Why are we talking about that now?
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, so let me shut up. Sorry for spoiling. Uh, so, so I know. I'm
This
horrible,
is
right?
terrible.
Terrible. Thank you, BZ. Call me out for being terrible host. So here we are. We're gonna go right here and do a recap, but right quick, I want to do a quick recap of what happened last night of night one, just to familiarize with people of what happened if they haven't watched it, of course, within WrestleMania 40. Obviously, Rhea Ripley had faced Becky Lynch to kick off the night from night one. Um, that was an outstanding match, I thought. You know what I'm saying? Overall, for the most part, Rhea Ripley did her thing. She retained the belt. Great. Sadly. Oh, yeah, you want Becky to win?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he wanted Becky
You
to
wanted
win.
Becky to win?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he wanted Becky to win.
Hey, hold on. Give him the floor to explain that, because yeah, explain that.
Yeah, go ahead, BZ. Sorry, BZ. Go ahead.
No, I said him. I said give him
I
the
know.
floor
I
to
didn't say
explain
Anthony,
that.
but I ended up saying your name on
Well,
accident.
because you remember back when she debuted back in 2015. I remember seeing a lot of potential in her, and like I still do now. So I feel like I definitely see her winning titles multiple times. So I expected that to happen again. Plus, I've been out of the loop for a while, like a few years.
Okay.
Also, I knew her a little bit better.
Got you. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. He doesn't really follow Rhea Ripley like that, so I mean, you know, bear with him.
Yeah, you don't follow the GOAT. I understand. I get it.
Okay. So then we had that crazy, insane ladder match, six-pack tag team ladder match. With A-Town Down Under and the Awesome Trio picking up the victory against Judgment Day, DIY, New Day, Newcastle Republic, and yeah, that was it. By retrieving the SmackDown and Raw championships, respectively. Thank God they are separating the belts. Now we have a belt that's going to be exclusive towards Raw, and then a belt that's going to be exclusive towards SmackDown. Thank God for that. Awesome. And then we get into what BZ has considered to be the worst match of WrestleMania 40. Rey Mysterio and Andrade.
Rey Mysterio.
And Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, it's funny that to me, I say that's the worst match, but they probably had the best bump. That's the best bump on night one when they did that slingshot. Yeah, that was the best.
That was a spot, not a bump.
Yeah, spot, whatever. Yeah, that was the best thing on WrestleMania night one. I think was that slingshot.
I got you. And then we followed up with the finest storytelling that you can imagine and see with two brothers. Two twins, mind you, the first ever twin matchup between two brothers.
Jimmy and Jay,
the Usos, went to battle. Time same length with the tag team match that preceded them with Rey and Andrade and Santos and Dirty Dom. 11 minutes and 5 seconds. These boys squared here and killed it and did their own thing on the story. Super kick after super kick. Jay telling Jimmy, you ain't got it in you. Jimmy telling Jay, I'm sorry. Jay trying to go right here and believe. He's conflicted. He don't know what to do. He hugs Jimmy. Jimmy turns his back on Jay. And then Jay eventually capitalizes on Jimmy after Jimmy makes one fatal crucial mistake. And then before you know it, super kick, Uso splash, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Bianca Belair, Jay Cargill, and Naomi, now known as the Big Three. Big Three. Took on damage control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane in an 8-minute, 6-woman tag team match that did wonders for Jade Cargill ultimately.
They weren't going to give her the L her debut.
I mean, they've done it before. They just didn't do it with her.
They have.
They
Yeah.
gave a lot of people L's on the first day.
They had Sting lose to Triple H. They had AJ Styles lose to Chris Jericho. Oh, bro.
Yeah. We could be here all day. They just didn't do it with her. Because, I mean, there was no way Damage Control would have been able to beat her. That was just out the question.
Yeah, ain't no way they're gonna do that. It's different for women. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
But streaming, of course. And plus, Vince McMahon's run WWE. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, and then we got into the Rocky Balboa versus Ivan Drago of Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. The underdog from the underground finally seized the moment after losing to finally realize that he was afraid, and now he had to become fearless to face Gunther. Capitalized, hit him with the biggest brain buster on the top turnbuckle, and then hit him with 2 haluva kicks to seal the victory. Awesome, man.
Didn't have to worry about taking one of those powerful chops from Gunther.
Ooh.
And Gunther, by the way, go back and watch the match. Gunther's shots look worse compared to Sami Zayn, even though Sami Zayn was beaten up. Like, he gave him some
Sami Zayn's chops, I will say, was equal to Gunther's.
Yes.
Some of them was. There was some of them that just looked like Gunther was going to take that man's throat out. It was just crazy. I'm like, God, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
And then we got the fun closer of the night 1 service with the Bloodline, The Rock, and Roman Reigns, or Roman Reigns and The Rock. How do you want to go about spinning it? You know what I mean?
The Rock and Roman Reigns.
You would say Roman Reigns and The Rock.
Well, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always going to say the tribal chief be the GOAT, and then Rock would be after. But I like The Rock, though.
And the final boss.
And they went up against Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins, the GOAT. The freaking GOAT. Say that.
GOAT. With the stipulation being that at the end of the day, if they would have had won, it would have been free search for Cody. Cody Rhodes would have not to endure bloodline rules. But because Cody Rhodes lost after being speared, rock bottom, people's elbowed by The Rock, he's pinned
clean rock bottom. Clean as rock bottom. Mine seems to that is
fresh looking rock bottom, and people were saying Rock can't wrestle, Rock ain't got in shape, Rock can't do this. He been away. Yeah. And he told you suckers at the end of the day, guess what? I'm The Rock. I'm the Brahma Bull. He had the
Brahma Bull.
The great one, the icon.
Let's not forget though, Cody earlier in the match did give The Rock a rock bottom
through the table.
Yeah, he did through the table. Yeah, I called that
table, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
and yeah, bro. Night 1 finished off very, very solid. Now let's get towards night 2, and I'm going to go into as to which one I thought was kind of like better. Now, before I do so, my cousin is texting me right now. I will talk to him later. Sorry, I love you, cuz. Anyways, excuse me. Let's get into night 2. They opened up with the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre coming out with a Roddy Piper inspired theme entrance, I'll say, right? They had the swords and everything. One of the livest entries I've seen from a wrestler come put together. Remind me of the Undertaker a little bit. Huh?
Definitely did. Yes. Remind me of Taker.
It reminded me of Taker. Give me some Taker vibes for sure. I think Taker did that like WrestleMania 28, 29, 30 maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. But it was a fire entrance either way. Seth comes out in the most ridiculous but fabulous clown. I have no idea what that was. It
was the Wiz. You ain't never seen the Wizard of Oz before?
I have. You know what? Yes, it was Wizard of Oz.
That's what it was. Like the Queen was in the front and everything.
It gave Anthony here more Rosebud vibes, like Adam Rose. If you remember that.
Oh yeah, when he was in that character, yeah. But they just had the Wiz and the Wizard of Oz and stuff in the front row. Yeah. That's why I was like, that's why I knew exactly who it was. I'm like, bro, he's doing the Wizard of Oz right now. That was fire.
Sure. I thought it was fire too. Just so you know, I'm not hating on it. I felt, although it was bizarre, at the same time, fantastic and deliberate on point. Seth was going to prove that at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want to say about me. Call me a clown. Call me flashy. Call me goofy. Call me out for how I dance. Call me for how you can't even define my character. At the end of the day, when it comes to that bell and you ring it, I put on a show.
Call me the GOAT. That's what it
Call
is.
him a goat.
Call me the freaking GOAT.
Here's the thing. I had Seth that whole match. I really did.
I had Drew that hold up match.
I knew Drew was gonna win. There was no way
Drew was
in the
gonna win
world Seth was gonna win that match.
Drew was gonna win that
They
match.
weren't gonna let. He was too injured. He was too injured. He was too injured, and they kept pushing the new era. And I was like, well, yeah, Seth is a part of the old era. They're not about to let him keep the belt. So yeah, all right, man.
But Drew
That's
had
the bittersweet part about the WWE.
Drew had counted
You said
one
what?
man. Drew had counted one man out.
Drew counted who out? Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
He counted him out, and part of it was because of his overconfidence, his exuberance to show CM Punk, yeah, I stole your moment. Yeah, I became World Heavyweight Champion. This is supposed to be your moment, but you got injured and tore your triceps. And he tried to rub
I'm the one who did it.
And my biggest thing was, Drew, you need to tread lightly. You need to tread some water. I understand and I get it. But it was just that he was doing it too much, and I get it, but what he was trying to show. If I was Drew, I would have been like, okay, I kissed my wife and everything else. I'm going to leave this arena before ever gets a contract cash in at all. Monday cash in.
We'll talk about whatever on Monday. Yeah, we'll talk about whatever on Monday, but I'm not about to sit there and do that. Yeah, I'm cool.
Literally, stop it. But Punk said, you know what? I don't have this man keeps talking crap about me for weeks. At this point, I need to kick some behind into him. Okay, I need reminding him who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same guy who's getting fights, got suspended, got to another fight, got fired for it. So CM Punk had to remind him that he got them hands. And so, therefore, Damian Priest took the opportunity to come out with the loudest pops, the rockiest reaction. I mean, would you rate that as being as loud as Dolph Ziggler's or no?
I don't even remember Dolph Ziggler, so I can't say.
Fair enough. Damian Priest comes out, cashes in, hits Drew McIntyre with his finisher maneuver, the sit-out choke slam, pins him 1, 2, 3. The crowd loses their minds.
And I think he just tied 9 seconds. He tied King Kong Bundy's record.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it took King Kong Bundy 9 seconds to pin SD Jones to the mat. That's tied.
Yep.
And he also became the second wrestler after Seth Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase at a WrestleMania. WrestleMania 31 back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Huge, bro. Then we get into the 6-man tag team Philadelphia Street Fight. Before we go right here and get into that, they brought in Snoop D-O Double G. You know what I'm saying? The Godfather, the Dogfather, whatever you want to call his name. Snoop Dogg got multiple names.
And they brought in Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley as the special guest referee.
And I popped huge for that.
No, I did not pop at all. I was just like, they brought a podcaster. Are you serious? You got it.
This guy ain't just no podcaster. He happens to be part of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, the Dudley Boys.
Like I said, podcaster. That man, an old guy that used to do whatever he did, and now he a podcaster.
Fair enough. But it was quite thin because of the fact that they were in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia happens to be the home of ECW.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to, kind of like bring Bubba Ray. They could have brought in Tommy Dreamer. I would be okay with that. Why not?
Without that man, Bubba Ray Dudley, they wouldn't even have ECW.
He's part of the growing foundation for sure. Absolutely. The match was really, really fun. I love the callbacks to the what's up and the get the table spot. I loved it, even though BZ hated it.
Hated it. Well, WWE just be wasting time, bro. They be wasting time.
What did you think about that?
That's the bittersweet part that I like about the WWE. The WWE claim that they want to put new people over, but want to bring old people back and do old stuff. That doesn't work. Stop being hypocritical. If you want to do new stuff, keep the old stuff out the way and create something new. It's old, bro.
Just timeless.
That's not time, but that's not something like, that's not something that everybody go crazy over. Like, you have to be a fan of the Dudley Boys in order for that to work.
I was a fan.
That's what I'm saying, but everybody wasn't. I wasn't, so it didn't work for me. And everybody else I was talking to, they're just like, why are they there? We was at the bar, and the bar was like, why are they there? They could have did the whole match without him doing that.
That's so you in the bar.
You got people at the bar that's not at the pay-per-view, but you got like hundreds of people in there like, boo, that's whack. Because they loved the match before he got involved. Because it made it cheesy Like when they brought the football players out the night before, they was just like, bro, y'all keep wasting WWE WrestleMania moments with filler matches that you don't have to do. When you have that much creative situations, you don't have to make fillers, and that's what they did.
How do you feel about Snoop Dogg being on commentary?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Snoop Dogg is cool. You know what I mean? Like that's cool, but what are we doing though? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Are we turning WWE into a hip hop show? What are we doing?
They like to.
We look at it as being cool, but from the outside looking in, people could be looking at us as a joke. Like, see, that's how black folk always act. You don't know. You know what I mean? It's cool to just have Michael Cole and them do it, but when you bring hip hop people in, it just, I mean, it brings numbers because of the hip hop people that's there. But at the same time, we don't know if we're getting clowned from the outside looking in. We don't know that. We don't know.
For being a fan of professional wrestling.
I mean, being a fan of professional wrestling to a wrestler, that's not even a wrestler. Like, let's keep it real. Just because he's in the Hall of Fame don't mean he's a wrestler.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, BD, but it wasn't like he did anything to where like what happened last year where he did that impromptu match with Shane McMahon though.
But what I'm saying is to you, is what is the reason why Snoop Doggy Dogg was even brought to the WWE in the first place?
Because to get to your point is I think, well, not even to your point, I'm not trying to be disparaging when I say that, but I mean like they've always had celebrity involvement at WrestleMania for all the years for the most part.
But what I'm saying is like, but when you bring somebody like Mike Tyson, he's in boxing, correct? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You got Floyd Mayweather, that's in boxing, correct? When you bring in rappers and then you got rappers in there trying to fight, why are you doing that? What is your reasoning? Literally, what is your reasoning why you're doing that?
Would you say the same thing after in like very first WrestleMania they brought in Mr. T? Would you say the same
why was
thing
he there? But look at where Mr. T came from. He came from an action TV show, which means he was fighting. We've never seen Snoop fighting whatsoever. We never seen any of these other rappers fighting whatsoever. So why are they there?
Pique somebody's interest.
I'm not saying that it's a wrong or right thing. I'm just asking from an entertainment standpoint. You have to use. Do you have to use hip hop to sell tickets? Why are they there?
No, but I think they always sold the tickets based off of the overall involvement of pro wrestling. Now, granted, if they would have said, okay, Snoop Dogg's going to be here, then they had advertised that for like on a Raw, or they already said Lil Wayne for sure, but they didn't say about Meek Mill. They didn't say about Snoop. They didn't say about some of the people from the Philadelphia Eagles going to go right here and be there and like help, Rare Zero out with that tag match. So they didn't advertise that. I get what you're saying for sure, BZ, yeah, go ahead.
I get that part. But what I'm saying is, if you like, I mean, WWE is already they already got their fans. You can grow fans, but you can't never lose none. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, WWE is already solidified, so you can pretty much do whatever you want to. But let's say if WWE wasn't solidified, let's say that. So if we say that, what would be the reason? You know how many people who don't like hip hop who just won't watch WWE because hip hop is on it? You just blocked how many people from watching just because you did that? But you could have brought, let me think, you could have brought Layla Ali. You could have brought Floyd Mayweather Jr. You could have brought all these other people that has action or physical altercation in their background. Like Michael B. Jordan, he's known for Creed. You could have him on there. You could have people that has something to do with wrestling to tap in to make people be like, yo. But instead, you go choose rappers. So when you go choose rappers, which I don't have no problem with because I'm a rapper, but at the same time, from the outside looking in, I can't use that as a promo ticket because of the fact that there's a lot of people in this world that don't like rapping and will literally stop watching or pay for your merchandise because you got rapping on it.
Okay.
That's not good promo.
Let me ask you
Just find something else.
Sure. Let me ask you a counter question, right? Based off of the celebrity involvement or celebrity status being into question, right? What do you say to Coco Jones performing the Star Spangled Banner along with was it War and Peace?
Yeah.
The group that did God Bless America, right? What do you say to those artists who perform like at the opening of each show for night 1 and night 2 respectively?
I really don't understand that question because that's going to always be about singing, regardless if it's black or white. That's still a song. That has nothing to do with fighting. That's somebody staying in their lane.
But they are also celebrities who have done like music and acting themselves as well, though.
But they've never been in the ring, bro. What you talking about?
No, I get it. Well,
like
actually,
every sport event has somebody singing that song. So that question you just said is irrelevant because everybody sings it, regardless of what color they are. So you can't use that because that's going to happen every time, huh?
So Snoop Dogg can't come on to WrestleMania and be a commentator.
Snoop Doggy Dogg was. First of all, we got to understand this. You got to understand that Snoop Doggy Dogg is in the Hall of Fame, and it has nothing to do with commentating. He was actually fighting before, so the only reason why people are bringing him out because they remember him knocking out Shane McMahon and all this extra stuff. Understand, if he never did that, he wouldn't even been commentating yesterday or today.
I will also say too, Snoop Dogg also has done commentary for boxing as well. The Mike Tyson fight that he had with that what's the name of that guy? Joe something maybe. Not Joe. It's no, it was Roy Jones. Roy Jones.
But that wasn't the real Mike. That wasn't the real joint. That was the little fake exhibition joint. That's not real.
Okay.
That's entertainment. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I don't have a problem with them doing it, but you got to understand the brand that you represent. And you got to also understand the people that's not supporting you because of that, what you're doing when you really don't have to do that. There's so many other athletes that you can pick that actually be in the ring that you can choose instead of choosing a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you pick let's be real. Out of all rappers in the world, why'd you pick Snoop? There's so many other rappers out here. You could have picked a rapper from Philly. Why'd you pick a Philly rapper since you was in Philly?
Yeah, they had Meek Mill co-open, but Meek Mill couldn't come out and perform something like that, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Wayne ain't a Philly artist, but only Wayne got picked because Jey Uso brought that in. That wasn't even a WWE move. That was Jey Uso. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, outside of that, that's all I'm saying. I'm like, when you bring out the Snoop Dogs, that's like bringing out The Rock. That's like bringing out Stone Cold. You're bringing out all these old heads, but you keep talking about this new generation. We can't be a new generation. You keep bringing a 65-year-old old rapper every time. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he did okay on the commentating. But I'm like, come on, man. Like, you got to use that to the professionals. You really do. Because there's some people that turn it off. Be like, man, I don't nobody want to hear about Snoop. I want to watch the match. I'm just saying. I'm just looking for the devil's advocate. Huh?
Would you say the same thing for the Logan Paul match?
That was a great match.
That was an awesome match, the Logan Paul match. What was wrong with what's the question? He didn't commentate the Logan Paul match.
No, the guy that was with Logan Paul in that Prime mascot suit he's an online commentator.
That's extra stuff that's not necessary.
I loved seeing what Randy Orton did to him.
Well,
but I mean that's odd. But that's just stuff that don't even need to be a part of the situation. But since they was trying to promote the Prime bottle so much, and that was probably Logan Paul's doing.
Okay.
So I'm like, I mean, whatever.
Logan Paul,
it is. It just turns the whole match into being cheesy. Back in the day, we ain't had that. When Bret Hart went against Yokozuna, you ain't had nobody in no little mask outfit on the side of the match or whatever. We've seen a full match. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different now. It's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I'm not mad at it, but I'm saying it's just totally different. And they feel that they have to bring all this extra stuff in when they really don't. They just got to go based off the talent.
So basically, what BZ is saying to the WWE, if you're listening to this, Triple H, Nick Khan, Stephanie McMahon, apparently you are back now. Thank God.
Thank God.
Right. If you're listening to this right about now from BZ, no more celebrity involvement. No more bringing them for special guest Raw appearances, SmackDown appearances.
Don't listen to nothing that Josiah is saying. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is don't listen to nothing that Josiah's. Don't listen to nothing that Josiah is saying. I'm BZ. I'm speaking on behalf of BZ. And all I'm saying is you don't have to use those things. If you feel that you have to do that, then go ahead. But you don't have to.
Bro. I will say this: the preface, Logan Paul was considered to be one of those celebrity wrestlers. The same thing with Bad Bunny, right? But they do put on a show. You know, so to give them all the more credit, they put on one hell of a show.
So both of them do.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I've been away for a while. When I heard he was in the business, my jaw dropped.
Yeah. Nobody expected it.
Yeah.
Granted, I didn't expect him to fight Floyd Mayweather either.
Exactly. This is all entertainment. This is all entertainment. But the sad part, not the sad part, but the good thing about it is Logan Paul is good for real.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
That's the thing. He's good for real. Like, the reason why they keep the belt on him is because he's good. Other than that, he would have lost already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Logan Paul is really good. I when he first came, I'm like, here they go. He's trying to let anybody in, but Logan Paul earned his stripes. He came in with like, I'm dead serious.
He's the best celebrity wrestler.
Yo, yes,
he's better than Bad Bunny and Pat McAfee.
And yes,
I will say that.
Say what again?
I had Randy that whole match.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Hold on, just right quick. We'll get
Is that the match we're on?
No, we're not. We're on a prize still because I want to talk about like some of the spots that was in this match. Like when Bobby Lashley was getting hit with those candlesticks by Karrion Kross and Authors of Pain, Anthony, we were like, whoa, like okay, all right. Like they being the crap out of Bobby with those candlesticks. I was like, dang, Bobby, you taking all of that?
He was taking a nice little lick.
It was a nice little lick. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, blah blah blah. They was getting hit like crazy.
Yeah, they was getting cracked. They was definitely getting cracked. It looked like they was about to lose at one point.
I will say, I thought to me the best spot in that match was when Montez Ford went over that turnbuckle and hit that front flip, something like that, over to the Authors of Pain. That was nice.
Was it? Because he hit his leg on the wall. But I ain't gonna judge it. I guess it was cool.
I thought it was awesome because it came out of nowhere and the way he hit it.
But Montez Ford does that all the time. That's why I wasn't impressed.
Oh, he does. He does. It was well. Have you ever seen Montez Ford do that with two men by the barricade?
I mean, no, but you see him flipping out the ring all the time. Like that's why I'm like, I wasn't impressed. Like when we were talking about the night before, and you was like, "Oh, I expected more for Jimmy and Jay." I'm like, I would expect more from Montez Ford because he has more in the chamber. For him to only just do that flip, that's kind of come on, bro. You fly every WrestleMania. You fly NXT. You fly. You came from NXT to the WWE, and you don't even really fly like that no more. That's kind of crazy.
That's interesting. You're right.
That's kind of crazy because when he was in NXT, we couldn't tell him nothing. That man was in the air all the time. Like he was never on the ground.
He did that cross splash too. Jeez.
Yeah, like bro, he was different. He was all the way in the air. That boy elevate. He elevated.
The best cross splash right at the time too.
He don't hit like that in the WWE. He really don't.
You think it's because he put on too much like muscle or anything like that, or it's just?
It could be. It could. It just. I mean, bro. It's sad to say this, but it's starting to be the truth. It's starting to be the truth. It's almost like when you watch college basketball or college football and you watch the NFL. When you playing in the college, you're working towards trying to be in that league or be in that one. But after you get that bag, you don't fight for that bag no more because you already got it. So it seems like he was fighting from NXT to get the actual check for WWE. And then when he got on the main roster, he cut back because he already got paid.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So he ain't putting forth the effort that he did, like hey, I'm trying to get on the main roster. After he got into the main roster, he like leveled out. He's like, I don't really try as hard as I did at NXT no more. So now we don't get those NXT matches that was super crazy in the WWE no more.
I feel like he probably might bring that back. I don't know. I think they only got so much time for that match. They couldn't really like do more for what it was worth. But you know, it is what it is. What can you do?
Yeah.
I will say this. I did like the involvement with B-Fat and Scarlett. It was solid for what they did.
You talking about the girls?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, they had a little pop. Definitely had a little pop for sure.
I felt like even though the match wasn't entirely the best match in my opinion, I still felt like I was highly entertained for the most part. Me and Anthony both felt we was highly entertained watching the match.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I love it. So but yeah, and at least Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits got a chance to actually wrestle on WrestleMania. Well, Bobby, because he didn't get a chance to have a spot from last year, so that was like messed up.
Yeah, that's right, because he was injured. Fast. I forgot about that.
No, he wasn't injured. He was supposed to have a match with Bray Wyatt, but then they cut it off.
That was last year?
Yeah, Bobby Lashley. Like literally, they cut it off.
I thought that was the year before. I didn't think that was last year.
He's supposed to face Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I remember, but I didn't think that was last year. I thought that was the year before. I didn't know.
Okay.
That.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay. I forgot to mention we didn't get the ratings. We didn't get towards the ratings for each match, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So,
okay.
Right quick, going back to the first match with Drew and Steph. What do we rate that? Because me and him both get down 9. We loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that match, bro. That match was fire.
I mean, the 9 plus the cash in, I gotta give it a 10. I mean, you had the 9, the match plus CM Punk's version, and then the cash in. I mean, that's a 10. That was perfect. Yeah,
I'm giving it a 10 too.
That was a perfect match.
I'm gonna be busy over that for sure.
Yeah, that was a perfect match because there was so much going on. Like the match alone was a 9, like you said, but then the after effect.
Yes.
And then the cash in and all that, you got to give it an extra. You got to give it an extra. They went crazy.
Absolutely.
They went crazy.
And you know what's crazy, BZ? The match only went for 10 minutes and 30 seconds.
It felt longer than that, didn't it?
It did, didn't it? Like when we watched it?
It definitely felt longer than that.
10 minutes and 30 seconds.
It felt like 10 minutes.
They packed in so much into that match. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel like 10 minutes. Seth Rollins did his thing, though. That's the reason why I call Seth Rollins the GOAT. Like, for Seth Rollins to put on a better match than what he did the night before, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Like, granted, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for people to say that, you know what I'm saying, that tag team was better than that Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins match. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that match, Seth Rollins was injured 90% of the time. So that was like Cody getting beat up by Rock and Roman on that. But today, Seth Rollins, bro, he put on. Like, he looked like he was about to win.
What I'll say is Seth Rollins definitely proved without a shadow of doubt why he is one of, if not the best wrestler of all time, for sure. Right? Drew McIntyre definitely got his moment. What I love about this is it accomplished 4 different things in a span of like pacing, minutes, however you want to describe it, right? Drew beat Seth 10 minutes, 30 seconds, hitting him with multiple claymores. He hit him with 3 freaking claymores, and I said to myself, how is Seth Rollins still sticking out?
I knew they weren't going to let him. I knew from last night. I was like, bro, he's beat up, but they're not about to let him look crazy. They're never going to. That's just what WWE do. Yeah.
Bro. Mm-hmm. You got hit you with 3 different claymores. I'm not trying to get you a concussed, bro. It's already bad enough. You already have a repaired knee and your back is messed up.
And your back is jacked up.
And based on how Seth ended towards the night, I won't be surprised if he literally has to go away for a while.
Oh no, yeah. When they was carrying, I mean, I'm starting to skip to the end, but when they was carrying Cody and all them, and then when Seth and Cody had that moment at the end, and they was really carried there, Kevin Owens had to help Seth Rollins out the ring when he came out of the Shield. He's injured for real.
Oh yeah,
him and Bailey, they're both injured for real. They're both injured in real life.
They're gonna give us that belt eventually.
I hope not.
She
just got it. She just got it, but her leg is jacked up, and you can tell because when she was trying to climb them ropes to cheer, she had to use one foot, one leg to get up on both. Like, nah, she hurt for real.
Hopefully, it's not too serious. I pray, guys, because we pray about it prior to WrestleMania happening. We said we want to pray for these wrestlers that they don't get hurt and things like that. So, yeah, man, anything happen, it ain't giving bad. So, yeah, bro. But like I said, it accomplished 4 things in that Seth proved once again. One of the best, if not the best. Drew had his moment, got to do it in front of a live crowd, but because of his over-eagerness to wanting to prove show CM Punk how he took his spot in our stuff, Punk was fed up and pissed. And if any man is in CM Punk's situation, I would have done the same thing. Sorry, and I would beat the crap out of him. And then Damian Priest would cash in. So you accomplish 4 different things all at once. Seth loses, Drew has his moment. Punk has his moment, and then Damian Priest has his moment towards the end.
And that's how you start Mania. I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
That was fire. That was fire. You start off with Seth being the world champion. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's wait for a little bit. So Seth starts off his thing, our stuff. Yeah, I'm repeating myself. Sorry. Anyways, moving on to
LA Knight
and AJ Styles, bro.
Hold on, is y'all rating these matches before we get up to the joint?
Sorry, we didn't get to the prior. Hold on, the prior match with the Final Testament. What was our yeah, we said 8. We said 8.
Yeah, I'd say that 7.5, 8. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Say 8. We thought it was good, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Yo, that match was dope.
I don't know what I'd say about it.
Honestly, I enjoyed the match.
I loved it.
Let me just say this right quick. AJ Styles, you will forever go down as one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Man, what?
AJ Styles is Mr. TNA. And then he came to WWE and had one of the best rookie years in his 2016 year. He definitely did a great job. He really helped carry this match with LA Knight. But let me just preface this by saying, before the match came around, AJ Styles came out with that brand new theme music.
You say trash on 3. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh. I have no idea what that hot garbage was. WWE, are you serious?
Josiah, just for future reference, you can just say like AJ Styles, I love you, but your theme music is trash.
I do love him.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. I don't even have to say it.
He got to go back to his old theme music. That theme music hurt my feelings. I was upset.
Please let that be the last time I actually hear that theme music. And
you want to know what? And this is funny. You know, AJ Styles knew that it was trash too because he ran down to the ring to get the match started. Because normally AJ Styles go down there, he let the crowd get him hype. He go stand on the ring, roll the ropes. Man, that man ain't do none of that. He used LA Knight as an excuse to hurry up and get that music cut off because he see the fans wasn't geeked when that music hit. And he was like, "Oh no, for real, never forget that. We starting this match now." That man went halfway down the ramp with his jacket off. Was like, "Yo, let's go." He cut that music off quick. He was like, "No, I'm done." He knew it didn't hit.
And I love AJ, but that was that's his worst theme music. I've heard his theme music multiple different times. His theme music in TNA, his theme music in ROH, his theme music in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and even in WWE back in 2016, leading up until this year. But for that to be his new theme music, that's by far the worst material they have ever given him ever. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something to do with WWE's production team because they had a guy named Def, I don't know his name, Legend, something like that. He literally, his name is Def Rap. He's been helping, put together themes like Austin Theory's theme, Rhea Ripley's theme, a few other wrestlers' themes, you know what I'm saying? And some of his themes music are pretty good. I'm not sitting here saying that they're also bad, but sometimes he has a tendency to give you generic things. And I don't know what it is about you, BZ. The entrances, the theme music nowadays in WWE can do a whole lot better for a lot of wrestlers right about now. They're not memorable.
That's true.
And they're not that good. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I will say I do love Theory's theme. I do love Austin Theory's theme, but at the same time, it's just some theme music is just not right, bro. Sorry. AJ. True. Love you, AJ, but that theme music was
AJ Styles, like, salute to LA Knight. LA Knight needed this match. I think LA Knight is about to take the match from. I mean, he's thinking about to take the belt from Logan Paul. It's a setup. That's what this is all about to be. But at the end of the day, like, LA Knight did his thing. Salute to him. But AJ Styles was the best person in this match, flat out.
Yes.
AJ Styles was bought. He was doing so good in this match. Like, yo, LA Knight was doing his thing, but AJ Styles, bro, he showed that he's a tactician. He a tactician. What they call it? Tacticianist? The tech, whatever. He's that, like, bro. AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers, period, and, like, of all time.
Yes. Like, literally, like, he has the total package.
No debate. He go with anybody.
Literally in that whole entire ring. What I love about LA Knight, though, is the fact that LA Knight did a great job selling his knee injury. When Styles would come in and try to chop it off and things like that. The story at the end of this match was AJ Styles was looking to, attack his knee so that he can ensure himself to be the victor of the whole entire match. But here's the problem. AJ Styles, like I said about Jimmy Uso, made a fatal mistake when he tried to go for one of his moves and it didn't work out because LA Knight capitalized on him. Thus, when he hit the BFT, LA Knight won. AJ Styles could have won. It could have gone either way, but LA Knight took advantage and he won the match.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Why do y'all think that AJ Styles. Why do y'all think that the WWE didn't allow AJ Styles to kick out like they let everybody else kick out?
That's a good question. Go ahead and answer that right quick, bro. That's a good question.
Everybody kicks out. He's the only one that didn't kick out.
I'm really not sure.
I don't know either. That's what I'm asking.
I got an answer. Because LA Knight and Ace Styles, this is their first time working with each other. And when you're wrestling with a certain wrestler that has a certain finish, he has to protect his finish. Thus, if Ace Styles was to kick out his move, it would have hurt LA Knight, given it was his first time actually wrestling on WrestleMania. That's the reason why. They had to protect his finish. If they had wrestled before then maybe you can make the argument, okay, they've wrestled with each other before. Yes, they did a fail forward, but that was different because he didn't really get a chance to really hit Edge Styles with his move or anything like that.
Right.
But other than that, that's the reason why they did it, to protect his finish. So when he hit it and pinned him 1, 2, 3, it goes to show you that when they face each other again, Edge Styles will probably kick you out of it next time around. That's the reason why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I ain't understand it. I'm like, bro, he just hit that. That's one time, and all of a sudden the match is over. Come on, man.
I get that.
Everybody else all night, on both nights, is kicking out. There ain't nobody hitting no one move, and it's over. No, you got to hit like twice. You got to hit like twice or 3 times. So it was just weird to me how they would do that to somebody like AJ. Like, bro, AJ's one of them. He can kick out. He didn't put on matches with Roman Reigns and kicked out of Spears. So how all of a sudden he can't kick out of this?
Yeah,
that's crazy. I just didn't know. That makes sense though.
Nice DDT too on AJ Styles from that middle rope. That was really not the middle rope, the high rope. That was really good. AJ also that like a pro too. Love that move. You know what I'm talking about?
What y'all feel about? What y'all feel about LA Knight giving that old lady the keys to the car? Said it was hers. Congratulations. She still act like she ain't know that was the car that you just got.
Yeah, I thought that was his mom.
You thought it was his mom?
No, that ain't. No.
That's not his mom. Why would he shake
No, that
hand?
ain't his mom.
Oh,
That was a random. That was a random older fan. He gave her that Slam Jim card, and she wasn't even excited. She acted like she didn't even know what he was talking about. That man gave her that whole Slam Jim card that he just pulled up in, and she didn't even know what was going on
at all.
I'm sitting there like, bro, you know he just gave you the keys to the car outside. He's like, yo, the Slim Jim car is yours. Congratulations. She over here just holding up her ticket and smiling. I'm like, bro, you just got hit with a car, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You should be way geekier than this.
Yeah.
Did you see what he was driving? Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro.
Know. He gave it to the wrong lady.
Oh, my boy R.N. King Swoop is in the building. Hold on, right quick. Hold on. Yo, what's up, Swoop?
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Swoop has arrived in.
Kind of heard a little bit.
You heard what was going on a little bit? Okay, cool. Do you want to go ahead, Larry?
Kind of heard a little bit. Wasn't expecting that.
Expecting what exactly?
Oh wait, he said he kind of hurt.
What?
You said you kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the same way, bro. But we gonna talk about it because I definitely ain't like that ending.
Oh.
You know how I get down.
Okay.
It's Roman or bust with me. I don't play around.
I'm out. So
Roman or bust with me. I don't play that.
Before we get there, hold on, just right quick. Please stay, please. Just for a little bit. So, before we get there, bro, right quick. All right, I'm gonna do this just right quick. I'll get back to my rating for LA Knight and I'll do that in a minute. Hold on, right quick. Larry, how did you feel about the opening segment with Drew and Seth Rollins?
I liked it.
Yeah,
because Drew was kind of right. He kept telling them, focus on me, or you're gonna lose. Focus on me, or you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Seth wasn't focused.
It wasn't. And quiet as it kept, Drew wasn't focused.
He was not at all. He kept looking at
CM Punk either.
CM
Punk kind of told us that on the commentary night one.
Yeah. Exactly.
He was like, yo, Drew McIntyre is focused on the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is. What about the post-match shenanigans with Damian Priest cashing in? How you feel about that, Larry? And Punk attacking Drew.
I liked it. I kind of expected Damian Priest to go ahead and cash it in on the winner.
Yeah. Do you think it ruined Drew's moment?
Huh?
Yeah, I ain't think they was gonna do it.
Yeah, do you think it ruined Drew's moment?
No, because it gives more time to set up with the feud between Drew and CM Punk.
CM Punk, which is gonna be a crazy feud. I think it's gonna be a crazy feud just because of that.
Yeah, because like I know we ain't there yet, but I just gotta say this. Just how I don't really like the fact that Cody won.
I don't either.
I think it was a good idea because the animosity between Seth and Roman has not been dealt with yet. Like Roman still feels some type of way from back in the Shield days.
It hasn't been dealt with. Okay, we'll get to that. Hold on, we'll definitely get to that in a minute. Hold on, Larry. Pump the brakes right quick. I love you, bro, but pump the brakes right quick. We'll get to that because I kind of slightly disagree with that, and I'll tell you why when we get there.
I'm with you, Larry, of course, because I'm definitely happy with that. I'm definitely happy with this.
All right, so let's
hold on, what is that?
All right.
Whose phone is that? Oh, that's yours, Larry?
Definitely not mine.
Yeah, I don't think it's mine either.
What is that noise?
It sound like Bray Wyatt about to come through the thing. I used to do that.
Right.
That is impossible.
Yeah.
I wish Uncle Howdy would showed up at WrestleMania. That would have been fire.
I wish Goldust would show up.
That's what I said, bro. But we gonna get to that. We'll get to that because I definitely want to.
I mean, he really couldn't unless WWE.
Yeah, I want to get to that. But go ahead, Josiah. Go ahead, lead it.
Okay.
We'll get to that part that everybody want to talk about. Yeah.
Okay, the Pride versus the Final Testament. How do you feel about that too, Larry?
The who?
The Pride versus the Final
Testament. I skipped over that match.
Smart man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm tired of seeing tag matches.
You getting what?
I feel you.
I'm tired of seeing these tag matches for real.
There's a lot of tag matches. I ain't gonna hold you. I agree. He ain't lying.
I love talking to this
triple
man.
Threats,
like bro. That's crazy.
It's like they focusing on more tags than actual one-on-ones.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, I'm not mad at that though, because I mean, to have a good company, you need a good tag team room. You need a good singles room. You got to have good ladder matches and stuff like that. So, I mean, I
get it, but I think I agree with Larry when it comes to because there was a lot of repetitive tag matches throughout this entire card.
Speaking of on WrestleMania in general, I was kind of disappointed.
Okay.
Because like they put on good matches,
right?
But it's like y'all have all this money. Y'all could have made it way more interesting than what it was.
Explain. Give me an example. Yeah.
Like for instance, like that ring. That ring was small, like a regular practice ring. That didn't really look like no wrestling.
You don't think that they don't?
Yeah.
You don't think they don't wear to bring the same size rings all the time?
I don't know about that one, Larry, but okay.
Yeah, I think the rings is always the same all the time. I think the camera angle might make it look smaller.
It looks smaller.
I think the camera angle might make it look smaller, but I do agree.
That's what it was. The camera
maybe I do agree that maybe they should make it like, you know what I'm saying, like War Games, like 2 rings or something like that. They change it up a little bit. I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that, but yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
I can see that too.
Especially
for the tag matches. Especially for the tag matches. If you're doing a tag match, that would be dope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're not there yet, but again, that bloodline on rules match should have been Y'all should have been everywhere.
It should have been what?
Backstage, y'all should have been. They
I
should
get
have been
you.
everywhere.
I get you.
Backstage,
I
outside,
get you.
should have. Like it should have been everywhere. Then they should have had at least a cage match.
I see.
At least they should have at least had a cage match.
Yeah, still cage match.
Okay, Larry. Okay.
That's deep. I don't know if I would have wanted a steel cage match,
Me
but
neither, but I get you.
what you're saying, I mean, when we get there, I definitely have some comments. But yeah, I mean, it was cool for what it was.
All
I'm
Just to
right,
not
make,
all
mad.
right, all
make
right.
stuff more interesting.
So yeah, that's what I need you to say. So, because I got a tag team partner in the form of my friend right here, Anthony, and we're going to kind of like display why we loved it. But I get you guys as well. We'll definitely go target
Love
you guys
what?
for sure.
Then,
That may have been.
then another.
I'll wait, bro.
You
Hold
loved
on.
what? I don't understand. You loved
I
what?
said I love the main event. The main event, the last match.
Oh, that's because you're a
Well,
Cody
yes,
fan.
yes.
Every Cody
We'll get
fan
there.
is gonna let him
We'll
in.
get there.
Then
We'll
one last
get
thing.
there.
One last
Go
thing.
ahead,
The
Larry.
weapons. The weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kendo sticks and tables and one chair.
Low key, I told Anthony the same exact thing. Go ahead, bro.
I'm like, bring something new to the table. What happened to
Bro,
the
listen,
baseball bat?
they was exactly. They was hyping it so crazy, wasn't they? Oh, damn, bloodline
Yeah.
rules. Oh, I'm thinking it's about to be crazy. That ain't nothing. It's a regular match. But go ahead.
What happened to the steel pose? You feel me? I like they so limited. Like they only picked up one chair the whole entire thing. Each match probably only picked up one chair, one kendo stick, and
Man,
probably
look,
one or two
hey,
tables.
man, look. Salute to Bailey, cause we everywhere. Go to the next match. We ain't talking
Yeah,
about that at the end.
we haven't got
We
to
gonna be
Bailey
talking.
yet, but
We'll be here all day for that.
yes, we would. At the end of the day, that's how you feel about the Pride versus the Bar Testament. I get it. What about LA Knight and AJ Styles? How'd you feel about that one?
Yeah, what's up with that?
It wasn't a match I was really looking forward to, but they put on a good match.
Heck yeah, they put on. They went
You
crazy.
can make a case that they had the best build to their match, in my personal opinion.
When what you call it, went to jail and all that. The double story.
Yeah, literally everything.
Yeah,
They even
that
show
match
a
was
fight
cool
of
with that.
them getting into a fight at media, and literally AJ Styles' nose is busted wide open. I'm like, what the?
I don't know if that was real or not.
Me neither.
Of course it wasn't. Man, y'all, come. You know for a fact none of this is real. Y'all know that, right? Except for the hits.
Mm-hmm.
No, it may have been not.
Yeah.
It may have been not necessarily realistic, but it probably may have been an accident. But it looked legit. He hurt his nose. You know.
I mean,
That's
did Denzel Washington?
that's really good.
Did Denzel Washington look like a drug dealer in Training Day? That's all I'm just saying. Well, come on, bro.
And why they put my guy CM Punk in it?
Easy.
Well, that's one thing I cannot understand. Why was CM Punk wearing a suit?
Because he was
seen that man wear.
He was just looking. He was just trying to look dapper while he was sitting on the sideline.
Who don't want him having a suit? What's your problem with that?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all he was trying to do.
that's not CM Punk
CM Punk,
style.
we know. Yeah. But at the
Larry,
same time, though, but Larry, I'm gonna play. But I'm gonna keep it real though, Larry. If we would have seen CM Punk with his regular CM Punk clothes, we would have assumed that he was about to get in the match. So when you see him with some suit on, you expect him to not be doing anything.
But I at least expected him to have some blue jeans on. You feel me? Little
Larry,
WrestleMania shit.
where are you touching?
Yeah,
huh?
He was drip.
Don't touch wherever you're touching because it's making a lot of static noises. Okay, go ahead.
I expected CM Punk to at least had the blue jeans on and the WrestleMania shirt, kicking it.
Like Stone Cold.
Larry, respectfully, you're talking about something that's not. It's a bit unrelated in some ways. So we had to kind of like get towards the matches, bro. It's supposed to be a recap. Not talking about like outside things. Okay.
All right.
All right. based off of the match with LA Knight and AJ Styles at the end, you thought it was really good, right? Okay, cool. All right. Let us move on, and this is where y'all going to go. Probably going to talk for about, I don't know, hopefully not too long. The triple threat match for the United States Championship with Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
I had Randy that whole match.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't that interested, so I only watched half of the match. Cause it's like I can't really see Randy Orton going for a title like that.
He didn't need it.
Yeah. What was the point there?
At the end of Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Explain what the point was.
The point of the match was to showcase Logan Paul having to figure out a way to beat both Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. They were putting him over.
He's all the way over. He's all the way over now.
Yes, he's all the way over. But they're cementing him as a guy that can legitimately beat top contenders or wrestlers who have been former world champions in the sense of Randy Orton and then former U.S. champion and Kevin Owens. Guys who are already established stars, with Logan Paul ever having to beat them shows that at the end of the day, WWE wants to remain with him being a champion because, quite frankly, logically speaking, they didn't need a belt, but they were there to put on an entertaining match, and they did just that. Perhaps one of the best matches in the whole entire card, in my opinion.
That's true. That's true. I agree with that. Go ahead.
Then just say it also gets into what me and you talked about a while ago, how they brought Randy Orton back too early. Like if y'all was just gonna bring him back and make him lose all these matches, what was the point of bringing him back and having him? You feel me? Hot? You feel me?
Yeah.
Because Randy Orton, because one. Randy Orton is at the age where he's looking to do just that. And when you get older in the business, especially when you're at his age, like around 40s and 50s, they're looking to put over the younger talent. Thus, Randy Orton has to go right here and do things like that, considering the fact that at the end of the day, it's not going to really hurt him. He's Teflon. So Randy Orton losing the match does not hurt him because he's solidified. The man has done literally all there is to do.
You can't say that, though. That's what we can't say. You can't say that somebody like that is solidified. Because of the fact that I ain't trying to switch the sport, but at the same time, if somebody say something like that about LeBron James, but then the next year the Lakers don't make the playoffs, that counts on his resume, which means that, you had a whole year, but you was trash. They're going to keep counting that.
So I get that.
You can't do that.
Go ahead, BC.
You can't do that against Randy Orton just because Randy Orton is solidified and had all the belts and stuff like that. Because if that's the case, it's other people that they could be doing that to that they ain't doing that to as well.
No, for sure. But what I'm saying is in the business of professional wrestling, this is coming from me listening to Bust Open Podcast and listening to actual wrestling veterans like Mark Henry, Bully Ray, and Tommy Dreamer, and all these cats basically at the end of the day. And they go at the end of the day, first of all, when it comes to professional wrestling, it's all about the emotion. Winning and losing does not necessarily matter. What matters is how you get towards your story, how you want to get towards the next chapter, do great business, draw money, get the crowds to come in for your shows, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, sometimes they even say sometimes losing the match actually benefits and helps you a whole lot more than going about winning because, quite frankly, they're already getting paid a whole lot of money. Yes, when you're the champion, you get paid even more extra money on top of that. But at the same time, given that Randy Orton, based off of what he said in interviews and what he wants to do for the business, he says, literally, I just want to come back and contribute towards the younger cats and do what I can to help them out. Now, also, too, in the match, he did not get pinned. It was Kevin Owens that got pinned. So they so in a way, they still protected Randy Orton in the cost of, him not winning the match. But he didn't need to win the match. Nor did Kevin Owens need to win the match.
So if neither one of them needs – so my thing is if neither one of them needs to win the match, if neither one of them needs to win the match and they both lose to Logan Paul, but yet you let Logan Paul set up a situation again to go against LA Knight, who's not better than Roman or Kevin Owens. Randy or Kevin Owens. That kind of makes any sense. That don't make no sense. How you beat Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, But you can't beat LA Knight.
Because LA Knight is a rising star in the WWE landscape right about now.
But he ain't better than either one of the two people that I just listed.
No, I'm not discounting that. What I'm saying is, and the way they're doing it in terms of the business is we're looking to build towards LA Knight getting his first mid-card title. And if he does very well with that mid-card title, with the U.S. Championship, wherever it's mid-card or not, then you can go as far as to see, okay, if he can elevate somewhere else in the main event scene. They experimented that a little bit with Roman Reigns last year, and they huh?
So are you saying that it would look better for him to beat LA Knight than it would? I mean, yeah, for them to beat Roman Reigns. I mean, Randy Orton.
It will look better in the sense that it would be his first title opportunity to win it for the first time. Randy Orton has already.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying it looked better on your resume if Randy Orton is holding that title and you beat him.
Well, quite frankly, it's looking better on Logan Paul's resume because he beat both guys.
I mean, but you just got done saying neither one of them needed the belt. So if you look from the outside looking in, that match don't even really matter. Like, why was that match even there when you fighting against two people that don't even need it?
I said, for one, put over.
Not to cut you off, Josiah, but BZ is right. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, that was kind of stupid of them to have this feud with Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul building up to a three-way at WrestleMania when it could have just been LA Knight feuding with Logan Paul.
That's what I'm saying.
Building up to that match.
You a better match.
Hold on. So here's the couple of reasons for one. One, the main goal is to put on a high entertaining match to also involve wrestlers that don't necessarily need to be put into the bigger stories. Kevin Owens, they need to put him on the card. Me and Bees talk about this like months back. Like they need to figure out a way to put him on the card. And then you also need to figure out a way to put Reigns on the card. We also said early on, Reigns could face Cody Rhodes potentially. You know what I'm saying? So we said that.
True.
So in doing so, you got them involved with WrestleMania in a highly entertaining bout. The point was to put on a highly entertaining bout to showcase Logan Paul being some veterans that's already done it in the game. Not to mention, on a side note, Logan Paul has already screwed Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble when he did a screwy finish.
I remember that.
Right. And he did a screwy finish. And then at Elimination Chamber, when Randy Orton was already capitalized on being Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul knocked him out with the brass knuckles. Right. So the story was they both hate Logan Paul. They want to get towards Logan Paul, but at the end of the day, they're not really caring about the U.S. title. They're caring about getting at Logan Paul and making his life miserable for the most part. They weren't focused on winning.
But if that was the case, they should have just had a plain three-way match as the main event or something on Monday Night Raw.
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said. It's a wasted match on a card like WrestleMania. You could have threw that on Raw or SmackDown.
So then who do you have Logan Paul defend the belt against at WrestleMania? You guys,
LA Knight. He just said it.
Yeah.
I literally said that. You guys
it would have made way more sense.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying, Josiah. But what I'm saying is on WrestleMania matches, me personally, all the matches should matter. Nobody who should be on the card that just he just fighting, but he don't need the match. Then you shouldn't be there. Be at WrestleMania because you earned the spot, and this is it. That's like the NBA Finals. If you deserve to be there, and if you get the chance to play. These guys just throwing matches together and be like, well, because I'm on the card, I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I'm on the card.
It's nice meeting you guys. I gotta head out.
All right.
Oh shoot! All right, bro.
All right, bro. You be safe. Go to team, BZ. Talk good.
No. What I'm saying is like I'm saying is like I'm starting to understand what Larry is saying. I think he's trying to say the same thing that I'm saying. I'm saying when it comes to WrestleMania, at the end of the day, nobody that's on the WrestleMania card should be on the card if they just on the card, but they don't need the match. I'm like, bro, if you don't need the match, then you don't need it because there's too many people on the roster that actually wants that spot and wants that moment. You just here
and
because
actually
I've
need that
been here
moment.
40 times. I've been here 40 times, and let me go ahead and make it 41. I really don't need the belt. Nigga, why are you here then? Excuse me, but why are you here? I'm like, bro,
So
why are you
Perfect.
here?
my
Give it
point
to the
of
opportunity
what I
somebody
was saying,
wants it.
my point of what I'm trying to get at is they went into the match looking to go at the focus was primarily Logan Paul because they were so caught up on Logan Paul. Logan Paul was able to capitalize on trying to figure out a way on how to beat these guys. He also had his guy come in there to distract Randy Orton, which, by the way, we'll get into because Randy Orton came at him and the dude was pushing him, talking about some sit your behind there. I said, this dude is so little. Randy Orton, you better knock this dude out. You know what I'm saying? And then he RKO'd him on the table. And I, by the way, loved it, right? I had no idea who that guy was. His name was I Show Speed. I have never heard of him. Probably don't care ever to know him, with all due respect. But apparently he's with Logan Paul, so cool. But with Randy Orton, my point is the match was set up where Randy Orton and Kevin Owens were looking to get towards their exact. They were looking to exact revenge onto Logan Paul. The story was never about them coming for the U.S. title. The U.S. title match was just made because Nick Austin announced, okay, let's do a 3-way with you guys for the U.S. title belt. And they were like, yeah, we're going to come at the U.S. title belt, but at the same time, we just really want to get at Logan Paul because Logan Paul screwed us both. And so that's the ultimate. So when I say that they don't need a title, I'm not saying that they didn't care about winning that title, but their focus was primarily on Logan Paul. At the end of the day.
Yeah, but we not saying that you're wrong on that. We saying that
sure
on the wrong event. They should have threw that on the Raw or the SmackDown. Don't waste the WrestleMania moment like that. That's what we saying.
Yeah.
I don't.
Shouldn't have been on WrestleMania.
Honestly, I don't know why you will put this match on WrestleMania card either. But the only thing I can think about
probably because it's a title.
Sure, but the only thing I can say is the reason being is perhaps they wanted to put out a moment. A high entertaining bout, like for instance, when Randy Orton went for his RKO on Kevin Owens did a pop-up powerbomb and he jumped up in the air. Randy Orton was mid-air and hit the RKO. That was nice, right? So the point is, besides the match itself, it was supposed to provide you a moment for the most part, and you establish Logan Paul by being two, certified legends in Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. That's doing huge wonders for him. Not saying I'm not saying that he's on a level or anything like that. I'm not going grab like
right.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead.
I can't see him beating Randy Orton 1-on-1
or Kevin Owens.
No, he would cheat.
But that's because he's a bad guy. I mean, what they say.
Exactly.
So I mean, he would have to.
Now, if it was a 1-on-1 straight up match, he could attempt to beat them, but it probably won't work out at all.
I'm not gonna say that because we didn't see Logan Paul put on. He almost beat Roman. He didn't put on. If they slip up, Roman
That's
Paul
a good point. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a really good point.
I didn't like him at first. But that boy know what the freak he doing. Hey.
They were, but BG around that time too. Just so granted, they were also trying to push him as a babyface around that time, even when fans didn't accept it. By the way.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was the only thing. That's the only reason why he didn't have to cheat in that match. Which is why coming the following year, he cheated with Seth Rollins, and then yada.
Yeah.
So man. I thought the match was enjoyable. Once again, one of the best matches. Logan Paul, love him or hate him, that man can put on a show. He can put on one hell of a show. Randy Orton goes to show you why he is one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time for sure. He's definitely a GOAT. He's on someone's Mount Rushmore, like a natural talent at the end. And Kevin Owens is one of the most underrated. He will never. I don't think he'll ever get the credit for how big he really is in the ring.
That's so. Kevin Owens is very good.
Just gonna say this real quick.
Go ahead.
That was team. How Wayne walked Jey Uso out to the ring.
You love that?
What?
That was live.
You like that?
Oh, BZ. Yeah. This is when you want to argue.
Only reason why I didn't like it is two things. The reason why I didn't like it is because Wayne was supposed to come out with a new single. That was not the song he was supposed to do, for one.
No, he was
and for
not.
two, he only performed 5 seconds and then Jay's music came on. That's whack. If you're going to have Wayne do it, let Wayne rap the whole way and you walk down the ramp while Wayne is rapping. So I don't know where the ball dropped at, because Wayne was supposed to do his. Everybody know Wayne was supposed to do a new single on the new Carter that he's supposed to be dropping. He was supposed to do a new single, and that's what Jay was supposed to be walking down on. And out of nowhere, he came out doing the Millie. Like the crowd wasn't even feeling that. They was just like, what are we doing?
Now I'm not trying to sound all over the place, but speaking of that, BZ, do you mind if not do a full recap, but basically like ask him how did he feel about night one, just right quick?
No, that's too long, bro.
Yeah,
how long we been on the joint already?
How did you? I'll just say this, BZ. I mean, Larry, how did you enjoy night one overall? And what was your favorite match of the night from night one?
The Rock and Roman beating up
Yeah, that was lit.
I'm turning my camera on for this one, bro. I got for my face. I got a smile for this, bro.
They put the brakes on the boys.
I got a smile for this one, bro. Like you just made my day.
Maybe the brakes on the boys.
I love how Roman brought that beast out of him when Cody made his nose bleed.
Yeah.
That boy went beast mode.
Bro, he was dogging them boys. He was dog walking that man. And then Rock was dog walking, bro. It was lit. I was like, yo, they beating the snot out of these cats, man.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of upset a little bit because they were supposed to debut a new Bloodline member. I don't know what happened to that because
that was a false report, Larry, false report. I found out recently. I looked at it, some information about that. It was a false report. Tom Tonga, the rest of that was rumored to come around for WrestleMania 40. He was not rumored at all to show up at all. So that was not in the plans. Somebody came around and leaked out a report about that. It was false. It was a false report. It wasn't like real. So that's the reason why you didn't.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Because and had that happened, you would have probably got more than just Cena and everybody else showing up towards the end, which we'll get towards in a minute. But towards like the end of night two. But like I said, like he did not show up because it was a false report. He's not coming into WWE right about now. At least for right now, I'd say so.
I've heard that Jacob Fatu signed a contract with WWE.
That's the brother?
No, that's the American. I mean the Samoan Wolf. Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, is Fatu ain't that Jimmy and Jay's last name too?
Yeah. It's not their brother though.
He's part of
it's not his brother? Okay, I got you.
No, he's not part of it.
It's one of their cousins.
BZ, do you remember the Tonga kid?
Yeah.
That's his son.
Okay, I got you. So he was supposed to show up.
His son's a beast, by the way, too. His son is a beast. Like
he was supposed to show up for the Bloodline?
They were saying that him, Tonga, and some other wrestlers, but they didn't show up because I think it's a false report. But yeah, he is signed to WWE right about now.
Okay.
I don't know when they're gonna bring him in, but yeah, he's signed. Yep.
They should have signed Umaga son. Also,
matter of fact, he signed today. Sorry, last night technically.
Who?
Is he signed with NXT or is he signed on the main roster?
They haven't reported. Yeah, but they have reported through articles that he has signed a deal with WWE. Yes, like literally like last night on Sunday for WrestleMania. So yeah, he's coming in. He's coming in, and when he comes in, boy, oh boy, oh boy, you know, the Bloodline had Jimmy and Jay and Solo. Wait till y'all see this guy. Whew.
Yeah, they put him and Solo together. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that's a brig apparent. I ain't gonna even hold you. But before we get into go ahead.
Hold on. Because they have teamed together before Solo came to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
They used to team together and stuff.
They wrestle on the Indies.
So they already got chemistry.
Yeah.
They work out.
That's dope, man.
They definitely will work out for sure.
I don't know if you BZ, I don't know if you watched Solo's old wrestling
No, I ain't hip.
tapes, but Solo was a beast.
No, I ain't hip at all.
Just how Jimmy and Jay can move and stuff.
Yeah,
Solo used to be able to do all that. Like Solo is a beast. That's
really.
why can't wait to see what they really do with him and actually do something with him. Because he in that ring he really a beast. They haven't really showed nothing that he really can do yet.
Yeah, because he's just been chilling around Roman, channeling that
Yeah,
tribal chief power.
yeah.
Mhm.
They just showing him as a brute when really he more than just a brute. He can actually move and do all types of crazy moves.
Yeah, I got a feeling when they let him open up, he gonna be one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah, he go. Yes, sir. Moving on, we're gonna get towards the co-main event of WrestleMania Night 2. Excuse me. It was hold on. Jeez. It was Bailey versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship.
Did you see that match, Larry?
I seen half of it.
You
I
must
didn't
have
get to
missed
see
it,
You
the
might
bro.
be
end
seeing
because
half, bro. You gotta see the full match, bro.
no,
Listen, bro.
I was watching it to the end, but I don't know if it was my Wi-Fi connection or the server, but it kept freezing, and I can
Oh, I
hear the
got you.
audio, but I
I did
couldn't
have
see
some
the
audio
picture
issues
movie.
with Peacock. I did have some audio issues with using Peacock. I ain't gonna hold you. I
Yeah,
want to say
it might have
maybe
been post up.
it might have been a third match when I started having some audio issues on Peacock. That was WWE's problem. They definitely maybe that was around the three-way match. I forget. But anyways, yeah, they definitely have some audio issues on Peacock for sure. Get that fixed, WWE.
Yeah, because I was using I was watching it off of the website you gave me, Josiah.
What website? Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
That one server. Yeah.
Bruh. Salute to Io. Right. I was geek. I picked Paige to win. I mean not Paige.
She
What her name?
killed it.
What's her name? Bailey. I picked Bailey to
Bailey,
win.
Bailey
To
did,
win.
bro.
Bailey was beautiful. She looked
And
beautiful when
she,
she came down.
yes,
She
she
looked
did.
Bailey
beautiful.
won.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she was beautiful, bro. Like she was,
Yes,
as far
She
as her
won.
look, she was beautiful. No, she won. But what I'm
She
saying,
won.
Io,
yes, she won.
yeah, Bailey won, but Io put on, bro.
Yes,
Like
she
if there
did.
was
Yeah.
like if you was not a fan of Io Sky and you watched this match, after this match, you became a fan of Io Sky, regardless if she lost or not. She
I
put
always knew
on,
how
and
good
she
she.
didn't
I
even
always
need,
knew how good she was.
and she didn't need damage, and she didn't need damage control. She ain't had no help,
She
no
didn't need it.
nothing. She
Nope, she
put
didn't need it.
on, bro. She put on.
That's
I
why
was like,
I'm gonna
yo,
keep
this
it
chick is
real with you,
good.
BZ. I'm gonna keep it real with you, BZ. That's why I said, okay, the damage control, and I said this early on before. I think I may have even told you this, but like literally, I'm not necessarily mad at the group. I think I've actually become more a fan of the group as time has gone on. But early on, back then, I don't know. Everyone was kind of like, right. But as time went on, they started establishing themselves a little bit more. Once they started adding Oscar and Kyrie Sane into the group, I was like, okay, that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this: Io Sky, I've always knew how talented of a wrestler she was because she was in NXT and she was the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion around the time. She beat Charlotte Flair, matter of fact, in a three-way along with
I didn't know
they
that.
did. It was back in 2020, I believe, and she was killing it. Each match she was having, delivered. Like she was on a roll. So, so to say I wasn't surprised of how good she was in that ring, I wasn't surprised. But what I will say is she added some new wrinkles towards her game in that match with Bailey because it was very, very competitive. I love the fact that they were slapping each other, making them very physical. Bailey, although she may have hurt her knee, she did some pretty cool spots. I love when Io did that jumping like drop kick when Bailey was on the top turnbuckle. I was like, oh, that was nice. That was super nice. It was
Yeah.
really superb work by Io. So to say once
Man,
again,
Io did
she's
that counter on Bailey's joint, bro. Listen, Io was putting on, bro.
yes,
I'm like,
she did a
God,
flip.
this chick is balling. Man, it
Yeah, she
looked like she
cold.
was gonna win. It looked like she was
Yeah,
gonna
Io's
win. It really looked like Bailey was about to lose. Like I was like, yo,
and
Io's
you're not going
putting
to
on.
see
She
Io.
might lose.
You're not going to see right, and you're not going to see Io get to the point of actually having quality matches like that when she's part of a group like that's going to hinder her or kind of like hold her back from kind of like being able to show off.
She got to get out of that. Yeah, she got to get out of that.
That's the problem with WWE. I will give WWE some credit. They will showcase that, but not all the time on back-to-back Raw SmackDown, which is why, like for instance, last year they did her and Asuka on SmackDown. That match should have tore it up to the point where we didn't know who's going to win. But we know we needed a victor, and instead it ended up in a DQ because they want to be like, Bayley interrupted, and she caused her the match, and now she made a three-way between Asuka and Charlotte. I was like, come on. Like, just have Asuka or her be each other. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
But WWE can only give you so much before they be like, we're going to give you a full course meal. That's why WrestleMania, that's why I said what I said to you early on the phone, BZ, when I was talking about Jimmy and Jay. If Jimmy and Jay were able to give some more time, they could have done what Io and Bayley could have done, or what Logan Paul and Kevin and them could have done.
No, I'm not going to give you that, bro. They don't have
I'm not talking about being as good as them. I'm talking about they could have done some things probably more. What I'm saying, they probably have more in their arsenal as far as their moves. But besides,
they don't, bro. The Jimmy and Jay Uso been fighting for years, and they've never added anything into their repertoire. You can't put them in the same category as somebody like Io Sky and them, because they do this solely, but they get put together as a team. The Usos came to the WWE as a team. So they had to develop to be solo artists. These people were already solo before they even put together. So they already had an arsenal full of stuff. So that's why Jimmy and Jay would never be able to be on the type of time of any other solo person as far as like different moves they could do. Because they just better as tag team partners because that's how they came in. And it's going to take a long development for us to see different moves from Jimmy and Jay. Other than that, if that match, it was like 11 minutes. If it would have went 15 minutes, we would have probably seen 40 more super kicks. That's it. We want to see nothing else. Just a whole bunch of super kicks. Whole bunch of super kicks, whole bunch of high flying off the ropes. That's it. We want to see nothing else. We want to send no net breakers. We want to send no rock bottoms. We want to send no stunners. We want to send no diamond cutters. We want to, because that's not what they do. They just jump in the air, super kick people in the mouth, and fly in the air. That's all they do. You can't do that for 15 minutes for people to be like, this is a good match. There ain't nobody going to say this is awesome when somebody just kicking somebody with super kicks 40 times. And it's crazy because the super kick used to be Shawn Michaels. You get kicked with that joint one time, you're over. Sure. You get hit with it 50 times and still kick out.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. The only thing that I'll say is I'm not saying that we're not used to their style or how they work in the ring. What I'm saying is they could have that they could have showed off a lot more. But what I'm saying is they could have done something so like memorable that like okay, for instance, you know how we saw some of these spots in the ladder match, right? And how we saw spots, you know, with Rhea and Becky and certain different things that they were doing with Andrade and Rey Mysterio doing that crossbody maneuver that we had never seen before, or that slingshot. My point is they could have had something as memorable as that. The only thing that was memorable was storytelling. I'm not taking that away from it. I love that the storytelling aspect of it. It's good. But I think people kind of like sometimes, maybe this is just my problem. I probably may have came into it with a little bit more of some high expectations on my part. I'll admit that for sure. I wanted to see them have like a match to where it would have been like, not saying Brett or Owen or Matt Jaff or Madison like that, but something to where you can go, this might have been the best, like this might have been one of the best, like brother, you know, twin matches like that. So
but I'm telling you, the reason why I'm telling you that it would have never worked because they were also tag team partners. They were never solo people. They came in as tag team partners. So we always seen that. So when you had Jey Uso and Jimmy wasn't there, we knew that Jimmy didn't have no arsenal, period. Even when he came back, we knew like, no, Jimmy is not good by himself, period. He can't function by himself.
That's probably the reason why he lost a lot of matches.
Right. But when you had Jay, he had matches. He had good matches on SmackDown, and he had good matches on Raw. Even when I said he had good matches against the Roman Reigns when he almost beat him. But at the same time, when he almost beat him, if you go look at what he did, all he did was super kick Roman Reigns and flew off the top rope like 40 times, which is the same thing. He didn't do anything extra. He didn't hit with a brain buster. He ain't in with none of that. But that's because that's not in his clip.
Mm-hmm.
He might have been able to do that in his clip with his brother, but that's the reason why him and his brother is like the best tag team, because you'll start seeing stuff that they do at tag team that nobody's ever done. But now you see these new tag team people that's doing stuff that the Usos ain't never did.
Do you think it might be possible if we get a match sometime later down the line where they could show off more, or no?
No.
Okay.
No, unless they work with a solo person, and a solo person that has a bag. And what I mean by a bag is a whole bunch of tricks. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say if Jay let me think. Let's say Jay Uso.
It's Dobbs one time on SmackDown.
But let's say Jay Uso started working with Seth Rollins, and he trained with him for a year. He trained with Seth Rollins for a year. He won't be Jay Uso no more, because he would leveled up to a whole other level.
I got you.
Let's say if Jimmy worked with AJ Styles, he would never be Jimmy again. You know what I'm saying? But if you just only working with a Montez Ford and all y'all doing is trying to see who can jump the highest.
That's a good point.
That's it.
Really good point.
That's the only reason why I love the story of it, but I didn't expect that match to do nothing crazy. But it was still good to me. I mean, because it really felt like twins trying to kick each other's head off. Like, that really felt like that for real.
So part of the reason why I also say that too is because it's not just me. You said this literally. You was like, "That's your main event night one," and I'm saying to myself, "Okay, if it's gonna be main event night one, you did say that." So if they had main event night one, you can't just go 11 minutes and 5 seconds with that. I'm sorry, I don't know about that.
Exactly, it wouldn't have worked, and that's probably why. And that's probably why, from WWE standpoint, they probably already said, no, they're not main event. There's no way they can't carry it.
Yeah,
they can't carry it. Yeah. But if it was a tag team, they would have. They would have had that whole tag team match for like 30 minutes.
That's true.
Because that's what they do.
Put them with JD, Judgment Day. Heck yeah, that would definitely work for sure. I can see that happening because they're all talented.
For sure.
Larry, do you feel like the right woman went over when it came to Bayley and Io Sky?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you a particular fan of the match? Because some people were coming into this were saying they were not a fan of this match. I'm gonna keep real with you, bro. I was, because of the story. If there was no story,
I would. Yeah.
If there was no story, I would have felt completely different. But part of the reason why I love this too is because it's Bayley finally getting her first singles opportunity at WrestleMania, and she was able to have her moment. Out of the 4 horsemen,
Sasha wasn't there to steal it.
Yes, Sasha wasn't there.
Yeah.
You didn't have Charlotte there. You didn't have Becky there.
Yep. It was all her.
The previous night. So for Bayley to win and have her moment finally, I was like, this is a long time coming. She should have been had her moment. Completely.
So that's why the whole new era with her as the title champion. That's dope.
Absolutely loved it. You know what I'm saying? Really loved it. The match was fired. It's definitely going down as one of my favorite matches of the year for sure. I loved it.
Yeah, it was definitely a good match. It was definitely a good match.
Yeah, man.
All from top to bottom. Salute to Io for sure. She went crazy.
Now, before we get to the main course of the main event, I know you guys got a lot to say about this. Larry, BZ says oh, my speaker, my bad. BZ says something very interesting regarding the celebrity involvement of WrestleMania 40.
Oh yeah.
That's Larry. His how you I mean.
Yeah, like me personally.
See what Larry says about that.
Okay, so what I said about all the like WWE is always saying that they're trying to put the new person over, and they got a new roster. I mean, they're trying to build a new roster, and they're trying to do all of this stuff with all the new people. But at the same time, they're always doing something to cause all older people to come back. So, like for example, like 3D for I mean not 3D, but for the Dudley Boy, he come back to do the referee joint. That was cool. But at the same time, you could have had somebody else. We rock with that. That's fine. But when you bring somebody like Snoop Dogg, I'm like, they brought Snoop Dogg back, and they had Snoop Dogg doing the commentary. I'm like, well, why are you actually even having Snoop Dogg even in the situation? It's not even really necessary. Like me personally, if I'm promoting a brand like the WWE, even though it doesn't really matter at this point because the WWE is already established, but at the same time, it's you know just as well as I know. It's a million people that don't like hip hop. So if they see Snoop Dogg on anything, they're gonna turn the channel. So why would the WWE still be trying to tap in with that? And then we was like, well, Snoop is in the Hall of Fame and stuff like that, or whatever. But I'm saying when the WWE already has a roster that they need to focus on and new people that they need to focus on, why are they still focusing on old people like Snoop Dogg to be on their screen all the time? I don't think it makes sense to me.
Swoop.
You said what?
Larry? Where Larry at?
I think he here because I hear that noise, but
yeah, hold on.
I don't hear him talking.
Yeah. Larry, you there? What you doing, bro?
I don't know if you heard me or not.
Swoop. Hello?
I'm saying that he on.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna test him. Hold on.
I had to hook.
There you go.
What you say?
Did you hear me, bro?
No, I said my fault. I had to hook up my fan. It was getting too hot in here.
Okay. Did you hear anything I said?
No, repeat it.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll run it back. I said, I'm saying as far as like with the WWE and the brand itself, why I don't agree with the WWE when they always want to bring back like Snoop Dogg to do commentating, or if they want to bring special guest referees, the old like D. Ray Dudley and stuff like that. But they keep saying that they want to introduce this new era, but they keep tapping in on the old era. Like every year, you always see Snoop Doggy Dogg on the screen, and I'm like, why do you really need hip hop in the WWE? Like, because I'm saying from the outside looking in, if I'm looking at a brand, I try to brand myself accordingly, even though I know for a fact that WWE is already established. It comes to a point to where it's a lot of people who won't watch WWE because they know that Snoop Doggy Dogg is going to be on the screen, and they just not hip hop fans. But why does the WWE always feel that they have to have Snoop on the screen doing something? Do you feel that they need him? Do you feel that he's necessary, even though it's for entertainment? But at the same time, you like last year, he knocked out Shane McMahon. Couldn't you have somebody else been there and knocked out Shane McMahon that was actually a boxer, like Ray, who did I say? Floyd Mayweather or something like that. Somebody else in the action situation and not in the rapping field.
Yeah, the Snoop always done had a connection with WWE. That's why they bring him back.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying
just
is,
not like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying now when you talking about Mike Tyson, when you talking about Muhammad Ali, you talking about Floyd Mayweather. These are people that actually boxed or actually been in the ring before. What you talking about? But they always want to go and tap into something like hip hop or something, and I'm like, why do you even do that? Like, why do you even have to do that when you talking about trying to brand and do whatever?
Yeah, only time a hip hop artist should be coming out is if even they performing or walking somebody down to the ring.
That's it.
Or they're in the crowd, or they're in the front row of the crowd as even a special guest.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. But they got Snoop commentating and all this extra stuff, and I'm like, bro, it's not necessary for Snoop to be commentating, bro. You got professional commentators. Why is he there? That just. I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. It is what it is. But at the same time, I just know how people are to be like, bro, I'll stop watching wrestling if wrestling keeps tapping in to the hip hop era. And to be honest, it's like I get it, and I'm not trying to tell people to stop watching it because it's a part of the hip hop era. But what I'm saying is WWE could be pulling from other situations that has action involved. They could be getting against. They could be talking about Michael B. Jordan because Michael B. Jordan was in Creed 3, 2 and 1. So he's somebody who's been in the ring before or been in a fighting situation. Not somebody like Lil Wayne or Young Buck or something like that. And you got them just trying to. They a part of the WWE. Like for what?
Well, Lil Wayne, they actually did that right. I just don't
he only did that for Jet. Yeah, he only did that for Jet.
Yeah, I just don't like how they shorted his set and didn't let him perform what you want to perform.
Exactly. And like you said, it's because of a music thing. We ain't got him in the ring knocking nobody out or doing nothing like that. So that's why I'm like, bro, he just played his position of doing the intro music like you said. I don't think they should be involved in anything else but stuff like that. That's it.
Yeah.
Yo, where's you moving?
Huh?
Where's you moving?
That's my fan.
It's making a lot of noise, bro, for your fan. It's causing a lot of static.
It's really hard in here. The AC don't come up here, so then
I get it, bro. I don't know. Are you holding your phone too close to the fan, bro?
Huh?
Are you holding your phone too close to the fan?
No, my phone's on my bed. Hold on, let me see something. Do you hear Lesser now?
Yeah, it sounds much better.
Yeah,
sounds solid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No, I get where I definitely get where Beats coming from. I think it comes down to, in particular, the only way I can probably like add on to as to maybe why is because it's been a staple for WrestleMania tradition. Like WWE has always involved sports celebrities, musicians, yada yada. And you gotta also remember too, WWE isn't just a professional wrestling company; it's also sports entertainment. And the guy who was very notorious with sports entertainment was Vince McMahon. He's the one that brought us into that in the first place. Because if you remember, the first WrestleMania literally had Muhammad Ali, you had Mr. T, you had Liberace, you had all these different celebrities. Cyndi Lauper, for instance, she came out and she was like one of the biggest pop stars with the girls just want to have fun. So they have always kept that tradition going on for each and every single WrestleMania to make it spectacle like. So when you see Snoop Dogg, you go, okay, Snoop Dogg.
What did they do, bro?
Commodity.
What did they do? Because at the end of the day, none of them guys got on the mic and actually called the match.
Well, they were able. I'm weak.
They didn't call the
match. They were able to draw interest for what this man was looking to create. Besides, because this man wanted to get out of the idea of, okay, we love pro wrestling. My dad was all about pro wrestling. Let me take pro wrestling and also make it the way I want to envision it and showcase that it don't gotta just be pro wrestling. It could be sports entertainment. That was his vision. He wanted to be the Walt Disney of pro wrestling, essentially. And he figured I could take this, I could put this together, and it will work. And in some ways, it did. It draw him money. It made his WrestleMania crowds, packed up and get bigger. And each WrestleMania got bigger after the last WrestleMania on top of that. So I think traditionally it's been a staple for WWE for a long time. And I'm quite sure Hunter is probably friends with some of the other celebrities. Probably why he brought in Snoop Dogg from last year up until this year. Snoop Dogg himself is a personally he's a big wrestling fan. He was coming to support yada yada all this other stuff. So that's part of it too.
Greg Kittle was standing in the front.
Huh?
Greg Kittle, he was standing in the front, tight end for the San Francisco 49ers. He didn't grab no microphone. Wale didn't grab no microphone. T-Pain didn't grab no microphone. Why did Snoop have to grab the microphone?
Before though.
Did he commentate though? The question is, did he commentate? Larry already established that. Larry said
no, he didn't. I'm just saying though.
Larry already established and said that all the rappers, they can come and bring rappers down the ring all they need to. After that, get off the mic. There's nothing else to talk about.
So your argument is that they don't do what the wrestlers do. They shouldn't have to be a part of it at all. Like in terms of like trying to do.
No, what I'm saying is they should not be commentating. That's not your job. If your job is to do the music, do the music. If you want to walk down Sasha Banks like you did before years ago, do that. But after that, get away. Wayne, after Wayne was rapping, we did not see Wayne for the rest of the situation. Why is Snoop on the sideline commentating? There's no reason.
Okay.
But I think the only reason why why he was commentating, my opinion, is because of the fact that they was promoting his new gin and juice music, his drink. Because when they was fighting in that match, the whole match at the bottom of the ring, it said gin and juice by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
I got you.
But why do you need to commentate that? That's a commercial.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you in the way, bro. Like, but since he's a Hall of Famer in the WWE, they let him do what he wants. But what I'm saying is, why did y'all even let him be a Hall of Famer in the first place? Like, what was the reasoning? Just because you a fan?
They have
Like,
a celebrity Hall of Fame wing for their Hall of Fame. This man brought
that's
that.
what I'm saying. So are we saying that? So are we saying that Lil Wayne about to be in the Hall of Fame now, just because he did Jimmy or Jay's intro?
That's a good question. Well,
and if that's the case, that's stupid.
If that was the case, it would probably have happened to do with Wayne making more frequent appearances. Those guys got frequent appearances and were able to create moments. That's the reason why they were even inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Because and that's what I'm saying. Just like when he punched Shane McMahon in the mouth, that's a moment. But we already know that wrestling is fake as it is. So why is that even highlighted? Why would you even let Snoop even do that? They know for a fact that's not real. We trying to make it not look fake, but still make it entertaining. And you have Snoop Doggy Dogg in there actually punching somebody who wrestles for real. Like, come on, man.
I got you.
This look bad. This don't look good.
I got you. Especially when you want to protect the business, but at the same time, let's keep it real. The business has kind of like been dead like over the last few years now. Kayfabe has been broken. Professional wrestling.
I ain't saying that. I ain't ever agreeing with that.
What do you mean?
How was the WWE? How was professional wrestling dead when Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns been holding it down for like the last 5 to 7 years?
No, what I'm saying is in terms of having. You just said about the business being fake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a predetermined business. So, but at the same time, years ago, it wasn't ever. You couldn't tell where it was real or fake. Back like way back in the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? And then they did that thing with the Click where Sean and Triple, with Hunter and Razor Ramon and Scott Hall came out and hugged each other. Everyone was like, "What the? Wait a minute, y'all, you guys are friends?"
What is that? Yeah, what is that? Yeah,
that was called the curtain call. Yeah, and Vince McMahon was going to have Triple H win the King of the Ring tournament, but because he had did that,
I remember that. I remember all of that.
Yeah, he knew he had to punish
all of that.
Yeah, and he was like, "Okay, I'm taking away your WrestleMania spot," and quite frankly, thank God he did, because if that hadn't happened, we wouldn't have got Stone Cold Steve Austin doing being a big star into where he was going to be. So it worked out in the long run, but at the same time, Hunter had to take the brunt of that. Not Sean, not Scott, not even Kevin, because Scott and Kevin had left. But anyways, my point is, in terms of kayfabe and keeping it kayfabe, people already know the obvious at the end of the day. They still want, they still want to see, entertainment at the end of the day. They want to enjoy wrestling at the end of the day. So we know that, and Snoop Dogg knows that. That's why he wants to have so much fun with it. One time he was doing an interview with Undertaker, and he joked. He said we should do a tag team match together, or something like that, which was hilarious.
Right, because if we see Snoop Dogg and Undertaker in a tag team match,
right,
half of America is gonna stop watching wrestling.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Yes.
That's the problem. We don't want to see that. Like, come on, bro.
We
don't want to see that.
I agree.
Like Snoop ain't gonna turn into Logan Paul.
Yeah, he out. Muted his mic. Always talk so much. We put his behind asleep. Okay, Swoop, are you there? Swoop. Okay, good. How about I say, were you sleeping, bro?
What
was that noise?
Okay.
I got you. I was about to say, I heard snoring. Okay, moving on. Let's get into the main event. We've been wasting so much time. No, I'm joking. Let's get towards the main event with Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in a Bloodline Rules match. Before I go ahead and have the floor and I say what I want to say, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to BZ because BZ got a lot to say.
No, I'll give it to Larry.
Okay, Larry, go ahead and have
Larry said something. I want to see what he has to say about that.
The final match.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't happy with Roman losing, and another thing, everything happened too quick.
I kind of agree with that, but go ahead.
Like everybody showed up early. There was barely bloodline rules.
Yeah, it was almost like a just no DQ.
Yeah.
It was already an anything goes match. I wasn't expecting anything crazy from this match in terms of like what they was going to do for it. It was just to set up. Pretty much the idea was to set that off against Cody Rhodes from very much. That was the whole entire premise of this whole entire bloodline rules. It's the bloodline looking to make Cody Rhodes' life a living hell in the whole entire match. But go ahead, Swoop. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to give him a talk, but I keep hearing snoring. Swoop.
Yeah.
Why I keep hearing you? Are you snoring, bro?
Nah.
What is that noise?
Hold on. Let me take my headphones on and see if that helped.
Okay, bro. I was like, is you snoring? Like, let me stop. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
So continue, Larry. We're listening.
Okay. For instance, it went too fast. Like what everybody appearing. Like if it was gonna be bloodline rules, I would have liked to see even the bloodline show up as a whole, and you feel me, Roman's leading the pack, trying to know what to do. Like have them put Cody through a table, stuff like that. They ain't do none of that.
Yes, he did.
No, they didn't do it the way he set it up. The way he set it up.
You mean have them do it? You mean have them do it?
Yeah, I'm saying if it's bloodline, me personally, if it's bloodline rules, I have a bloodline referee person. I do whatever it takes to make Cody's not winning.
And Rod did mention it in the bloodline rules match. He sure did, didn't he? But
yeah,
it didn't even happen. Winning. He did not even happen.
Larry made a ton of sense on that one. I agree with that. Like if they would have came out all like 40 deep already, and would have just been Cody by itself, that's bloodline rules.
Especially considering Cody would have beat him one-on-one straight up. Rock literally said it though. He said when I do the bloodline rules, he said we're gonna have Saul do this, we're gonna have Jimmy do this, we're gonna have Roman do this. I can do this. And y'all didn't do that.
Yeah, they didn't do none of that.
Which makes me go, if that was not going to be the original plan, then I wonder, with that not happening, is it possible come Monday Night Raw we see a different situation happening? Because I'm intrigued.
As far as what?
A new storyline development.
Yeah, I don't think it's over.
Yeah, me neither.
And it can't be over. It can't be over if it did like that. If they edit it like that, it can't be over.
No, it ain't over, bro. It may be appearing. It may be over, but still more things.
I think Roman's gonna get the championship back.
I hope he do. I don't know, but that's what I don't know. I mean, the way Triple H and them is trying to push this new era, they're making it seem like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns was like the last tier.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought what you said was probably gonna happen with Rock turning on Roman.
I didn't happen. I thought that was the move.
It hasn't happened yet, though. It hasn't happened yet, though. I have a theory as to why.
See, I thought the Rock's contract was only till Mania. I didn't think he was doing anything else after this.
I have a theory as to why, but I'll wait. Once again.
No. You can go ahead. You can explain your theory. I don't got no other theory. He said he didn't like it.
I know you didn't like it either, so you can go ahead and say what you got to say.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it because of the fact that he ain't beat him 1-on-1. I don't get down with no jumping. Like Roman is my favorite, but at the same time, he did a lot of jumping. But this time, he was actually beating Cody up by himself, and Cody was putting on. So they both was having a good match. But then, I mean, just
He still relied on help though.
I don't like the. Oh man! Oh, here comes Solo. Oh, here comes John Cena. Oh, here comes The Rock. Oh, here comes The Undertaker. If you gotta use all the. This is the thing. This is the reason why the Attitude Era will never be duplicated or never be beat, regardless of what people say and whatever the good numbers are saying. You always got to use people from the Attitude Era to make your show pop off in the first place. Because if it was all legit like that, you wouldn't have to pull the Undertaker out. You would have never had to pull out John Cena, and the Usos would have never had to come out. Like, why you got to bring out old people to make your show pop?
I get that.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like if it's really like, and every time you need a pop, it's always Stone Cold, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, or John Cena. Them is the
They
five that got to come out on every pay-per-view.
For years.
That and every pay-per-view, you need that pop, and them is the ones that bring that pop every time. You got all these new people.
Instead of your new talent, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and even it's terrible for the new talent because at the same time, they don't even get the pop that The Rock get, and The Rock ain't wrestled in 10 years.
And they hate it too.
He ain't wrestled in 10 years. Undertaker ain't wrestled since when? And you hear that bell, and all of a sudden he get that pop. Stone Cold hit that glass, it's a wrap. Any of that, like anything. It's even other people from the Attitude Era that if they came out right now, people would go crazy. But don't go crazy for the people that's out right now. Yeah. They'll never be on that same level. They'll never be on that same level. That's the reason why when that music hit for the Attitude Era is different. If you get Shawn Michaels music to hit, it's a wrap. You got to use the old Attitude Era to get your stuff popping. You still not that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what it is. You're just not that yet. And they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. I know Damian Priest said it on his joint. He was like, man, we doing some stuff that the Attitude Era ain't never did. I can agree with him. But at the same time, y'all don't get that pop like the Attitude Era, though.
Right.
And if the Attitude Era, and you telling me if the Attitude Era characters from back in the day was present right now, WWE wouldn't be popping? Is you crazy?
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
Yeah.
If everybody that was in the Attitude Era was healthy in their prime right now, the WWE would be killing, and these new people wouldn't even be here.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just like, bro, they got a lot more. They got a lot more work to do. Now they got some work. They got some people coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jade, Braun Breaker. You know what I'm saying? You got the Bailey as the champion. You got Damian Priest, who can actually go a whole nother way now. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some stuff that you're developing. You got some stuff that you're developing, but at the same time, it ain't there yet. It ain't there yet. If Monday Night Raw comes on and before the night's over, Daniel Bryan's music hit, the whole world's gonna go crazy. If Dean Ambrose, when I heard the Shield joint, I thought that's what that was. I said, I know, dude, Dean Ambrose ain't here. Like, are you kidding me?
Bro, if that was the case, I would have been shocked because he's with me,
bro. But even still, if he would have showed up, that's all I'm saying is if he would have showed up, the whole world would have went crazy. But if you would have heard the New Day music,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Yeah. By the way, he's gonna wrap it up and just go ahead and get some shut eyes. So I'll talk with him more about it tomorrow. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But you got more to say? I'm just curious.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Okay. So first off, I thought the 4 best matches on night. But first of all, let me just go ahead and say this right now, and you may disagree with this. I care. I don't care. It is what it is. I thought night 2 was way better than night 1.
I think everybody can agree with that.
I really thought night 2 was better than night 1. And so with that being said, I will say that out of all these matches, I will say to me, if I had given you a top 4 match, not a top 5, but a top 4 of matches, I will say I will start off with Drew and Seth Rollins because they kicked it off very, very strong. I love what they did. I love the match with Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. By the way, I told my homie Anthony recently, while Randy Orton, because he wanted Randy Orton to win, I told him, "You're a Randy crybaby." Right, this season. And then I thought the match with Bayley and Io Sky, once again, another great match. Another match to me that I thought was one of the best women's matches. I even thought that match was actually, me and him both agreed that it was better than Becky and Rhea. I hate to say that. Now, Becky and Rhea definitely have more time. Don't get me wrong, but I think I love the transitions more with Io and Bayley, and they made it a lot more physical. Not saying that Becky and Rhea did not. But once again, I told you I felt like that finish just to me felt a bit abrupt on different reasons that I pointed out. So I thought I honestly just enjoyed that match, Bayley and Io Sky, a lot more. I'm not gonna Rhea. Rhea's the GOAT. Don't get twisted. I just love the match with Bayley and Io more. And then towards the end, I also will point out the Bloodlines rules with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns because it was hotly competitive. It was drama. It was storytelling. It was some great near falls in there where you go, whoa, okay, Cody still was in this match. Okay, he's still here. Roman Reigns, okay, he did this, yada yada. I love that they took the fight outside too. Roman Reigns called Cody Rhodes a little bitch. I don't even preface what I said there. Yeah, it was there was some stuff that came through with this match that I really did enjoy. Yes, I agree. The criticisms can be valid when it comes to the overbooked nonsense with having these, returns come around. But let's keep it real though. When we was in the moment watching it and seeing his music hit, I popped. But when Undertaker came out, I was like, Undertaker?
Yeah,
okay. And then I love when Jay,
my friend expected it. He said Undertaker and Roman Reigns got history more than Roman Reigns and Stone Cold. That's why it made more sense for the Undertaker to do it. Plus, he was at the Hall of Fame. Normally, when it's a legend or whatever at the Hall of Fame, 10 times out of 10 they show up somehow, some way at the WrestleMania.
That's fair. I will say I was disappointed just a little bit because I figured Stone Cold Steve Austin would have showed up. That would have been some nostalgia right there. Austin rocking the same ring, like that would have been heat. That would be crazy. Just me personally, as a fan, whatever. Looking for Austin and Rock, I guess. So, but yes, I enjoy what was done to help out Cody and this and that third. But once again, the point of the outside interference and the help for Cody was to show you that Roman Reigns was not going to beat Cody Rhodes fair and square. Yes, he did beat him. Don't get twisted. He was still doing his thing, this and that third. But the more and more Cody Rhodes kept kicking out and was not giving up against Roman knew what he had to resort to. So when Jimmy did what he did, wasn't surprised. When Saul did what he did, wasn't surprised. You had to have that happen because Roman Reigns in this scenario where you want to say he's not a heel or not, he's a heel. You know what I'm saying? He definitely relied on a lot of cheating and some dirty tactics to try to pull off the victory. But it was going
to. That's where I disagree.
Sure, but it was going to get to the point eventually where having to rely on having to cheat so much was going to backfire on Roman Reigns. So when they all came out and helped Cody out, win this match, it made sense given that we knew what Roman Reigns was all about and what Roman Reigns was trying to do at the end of the day. And it was just like, what do you mean?
That's not true, though. That's the problem.
That's
when you have somebody that's watching the match from a fan standpoint, not really watching the match. Roman Reigns didn't call none of these people out. Did you notice that every time Roman Reigns got help?
He didn't have to, but you already kind of knew. Just like how he didn't call out.
No, but time out. Because you can't do that. That's because even when he called out Solo was yelling at him, telling him to finish. At the end of the day, it looked like Roman Reigns was like, "Bro, I didn't ask you to come out here." That's what people was not paying attention to. They just looking at the fact that, whatever.
He didn't mind Jimmy though. He didn't do that to Jimmy first.
But bro, when Jimmy came out, Roman Reigns was already knocked out. All this time, when they came and helped, Roman Reigns was already knocked out. Yeah. So Roman Reigns wasn't like, "Yo, come out, help." No, he was already knocked out. They came out to help. He didn't ask nobody to come out to help nobody.
Didn't rely on help.
what I'm saying in this match, Roman Reigns didn't ask for help. They came out to help.
Interesting.
Any other time when Roman Reigns was fighting and it was when he asked for help, he'd be like, "Yo, come on," and then they'd come out. He didn't have the opportunity to even say that because he was knocked out on the ground. And every time, like when Jimmy did that thing, they had to pull him over to do the cover. It wasn't no, oh yeah, I'm standing out the way and y'all do that. Like even when they was holding him up, they would hold him up and he'd be like, all right, I'll do it. Ooh, whatever. But other than that, it wasn't never no, oh yo, let's do this together as a team. Like no, this was the first time I seen when Roman was like, in my mind, it looked like, bro, I didn't ask for y'all to come help me. I didn't ask for y'all to come help me. Even if it was bloodline rules, I didn't ask for y'all to come help me. And I think that's the reason why he didn't come down in the ring.
Interesting.
And that's the reason why he didn't ask. That's what the reason. Like every time Roman Reigns has came down to the ring in all these matches, has he not had Rock and Solo? This time he only came down with old boy. Now this is bloodline rules, like Larry said. And this is bloodline rules. He should have came down with everybody at the same time.
I don't know
everybody
why
should have came down.
Now you asked a simple question. Go ahead, BZ. Go ahead.
I think that's what's going to spin it. I think that's what's going to spin it. I think that's what Roman Reigns is going to somehow be like, bro, I didn't ask for y'all to help me. Like if he beat me fair and square, I think that's when things is going to start to turn. Because I really don't think that Roman Reigns asked for that help. I think they showed it on the WWE. They showed it to where it looked like, dang, Roman Reigns didn't ask for that help. Like Solo, like we ain't never seen nobody. We ain't never seen Solo in the ring yelling at Roman, talking about, dude, finish the story. Finish the freaking story. You ain't never heard nobody say that. We ain't never seen that Roman Reigns like that. Where'd that come from?
Right.
Where'd that come from, bro? Like, where'd that come from? You ain't never talked to the tribal chief like that.
Right. As to say, tribal chief, you should be doing, you know what's expected of you. You know you got to handle this and beat him.
Exactly.
Come on, man. You can be the tribal chief.
Exactly.
Prove your work.
Exactly.
Now,
so if you're not doing that this time and you yelling at him all crazy right now, like what the heck is going on?
I will say this. I think it's all by design, but I'm gonna get there. But before I get there, I will say this. I did love Cody Rhodes winning. That's just me personally. I'm not saying you ain't gotta agree. I get it. I did love Cody Rhodes winning because at the end of the day, we definitely, if there's gonna be a new era with this Renaissance era, I don't know what's to be expected. You needed something that was going to be fresh. By the way, Roman Reigns ended his reign at 1,316 days. Congratulations on Roman Reigns for a historic run. He definitely did a great job with this 4-year run. By the way, Roman Reigns, that run is going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. So,
I thought it was 1,317 days because that was 316 was yesterday. Today's a whole nother day. So
that's crazy. Okay, got you. Yeah. But yeah, man, once again, I'm just going to point out the positives. They both did a fun. Say what you want, right? Whether you're a fan of Cody, you're a fan of Roman, you're not a fan of these guys, you don't like Roman Reigns doing this, you don't like Cody Rhodes doing this. I just enjoyed the match for what it was, and I'm gonna tell you this: I thought the match was excellent. I really thought it was outstanding for what they was able to do. I love the story. I love that it was competitive. I love the matter of fact. I love that promo package, like towards like the end of before the match had even started, and I love that their interests too. Roman Reigns having the choir, Cody Rhodes with the Triple H
that choir was fire.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that was crazy.
We can sit here and talk about the negatives and whether Cody Rhodes deserved it or not, or Roman should have kept it. Yeah. We can do this all day and it'd be a rah-rah speech, but at the same time, I enjoyed it, and I remember I never forget this. Like after Cody won, my friend Anthony gave me this big old hug. It was like this tight hug of like, yeah, we're ushering into a new era. And I'm not knocking Roman Reigns. I want Roman Reigns to be a champion. I'm not sure I disagree with you and Larry about that. Roman Reigns is the GOAT. He'll forever go down as the GOAT for what he's able to do with his bloodline story, with that run as a champion. And I'm actually very proud of Roman Reigns because I remember like having to go through those days where this man would come out and he would just get booed and heckled from the crowd. And then it's like no matter what they did to make him a good guy, he was just not accepted. And so it's funny how when he turned into the Tribal Chief character, everyone was like, Roman Reigns is finally cool. I love Roman Reigns. It's like these fickle, hypocritical mindset of fans really started taking a turn, and then the Bloodline story helped do wonders for Roman Reigns. He did excellent in his role. He helped. This man helped elevate Sammy. He helped elevate Jimmy, Jay, Paul Heyman, Sol Sequoia. Like, let's give the man his flowers for what he was able to do with that whole entire run, right? Now with Cody Rhodes, here's the thing, and this is where I agree with you over this aspect about him winning. Is Cody Rhodes the right guy to beat Roman Reigns? Is it the right guy to be the face? That is questionable at best. I will say that's very questionable at best, but we're going to see how it tested. The real test really begins. You go, you finish your story. Everybody's talking about finish the story. Get the title. Your dad never won. Yada yada. Cool. The real test is going to begin now, and that's when we see whether Cody Rhodes can adapt. Will the crowd turn against him? Will he be able to hold that belt for too long? We'll have to wait and see. So it's exciting as new as it is, and great that I'm happy for Cody. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm a fan of Cody. By the way, I'm my preface that I'm not a Cody crybaby though. I'm not one of those fans on Twitter going, Cody. I'm not doing that. No, sorry. You're going to see me go on Twitter ranting and melting down because somebody stole my moment. So I'm not doing that. So sorry if that's a shot, but it's the truth. So that's how I'm gonna look at it. There's another thing. So with all that being said, here's my theory. You say yourself, Roman Reigns didn't have to rely on cheating for the first time in a long time, maybe. Roman Reigns did not have to cheat to win his match against Cody. He didn't even cheat in the tag match, which was surprising because it was just him and Rock. And Rock ended up winning for him. Which, okay, cool. You gave it over towards Rock. That's interesting, right? And Rock does his best to try to help you do his thing. He's doing his F-bombs. Rock's been doing F-bombs for the longest, right? If the game plan was to go into the match, not rely on help, he told Paul Heyman backstage, no, I'm gonna do this my time. This is easy work. We already got him down and bad. He's already bruised up, was capitalized on what happened last night. And guess what? We're gonna beat Cody. But you saw in the moments when Roman Reigns was trying to get towards beating Cody, he was getting so cocky, he was getting frustrated, he was even using his moves, he was trying to do his best to do everything else, and he started to become overeager and overzealous about everything, instead of taking his time with actually realizing what game plan can I figure out a way to beat Cody. If the plan was for Roman Reigns to beat Cody Rhodes definitively with no help, he should have focused that more. But he was getting confident in his head about being a tribal chief.
True.
And so, with that being said, with Jimmy and Saul doing what they did what they did. The Rock, I believe, sent out Solo and Jimmy to help out Roman. And I believe, and I've seen, I even see they get the deal over. It's like a video game. Hold on, my speaker is going crazy. Wait a minute. Okay, do I sound better?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, cool. I have a theory that come Monday Night Raw, the Raw at the WrestleMania, which I think is going to be way better in a long, long time. The Rock is going to turn on Roman Reigns and assert dominance over the bloodline, and he will be the new leader of the bloodline. And Roman Reigns is going to be ousted out. Jimmy's going to betray him. Solo's going to betray him. They're going to probably bring in new members like how Larry mentioned about Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
They are going to beat the living crap out of Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is going to go away for months. And Rock is going to take over the bloodline as the High Chief. Notice at WrestleMania when they were doing that press conference, when he talked about their grandfathers and their lineage, he said, yeah, you're the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but we also have the High Chief. In Rock's case, because he's an older OG, he's going to become the High Chief, and he's going to take over as the leader of the bloodline, because it's going to be Roman Reigns. You didn't get the job done. You didn't finish Cody. You had all this other stuff. We had your back and everything else like that. And it was your idea to not choose and rely on help. So therefore, you cost the title, and now I'm taking over.
I mean, that makes sense. And then Roman gets to leave, and then they come back later.
When Roman comes back later, that crowd, he's going to be a babyface.
Yeah.
Yes. It's going to be like one of those pops, like a crazy, like now Rock is the villain, Roman is the hero.
Yeah.
And that leads us into WrestleMania for next year.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, bro. So that's all I gotta say about that one. I'm tired, man.
Well, let me think. The reality, that overall, in my opinion,
yeah, go ahead.
The tag team was better than the last match.
The tag team.
That was it. Roman and The Rock. That was better than Roman versus Cody.
You read yeah, because you know why? Because it was entertaining, and it took some time. It has moments, but it was very, very entertaining. I agree. It was a fun match. Whereas I feel like you got a fun match in Roman. It was fun to see the returns, but you got a more serious, toned down, probably kind of like match. But it was still compelling. I love the crowd reaction, and I love, Cody having his people coming out there support him, and you had Randy out there, all this other stuff. I'm gonna keep real with you. When Randy Orton had him on his shoulders and he looked at Cody, I said, I think he's gonna turn Cody. He gonna turn Cody. And when it didn't happen, I said to myself,
they're not on the same show right now.
Yeah, you're right. They can't do it now. They can't do it yet.
Yeah, they can't do it yet. They're not on the same show yet. But I mean, I think Randy is about to go after whoever got whatever belt at this point. You know what I mean? There ain't no need for him to be doing no regular matches.
Does he need to win
I just want to know who
show?
Damian Priest is going to go against. That's what I want to know. Is he going to have a long reign? Because Damian Priest is big enough to have a long reign. And he has a team around him. He could really do the same thing Bloodline was doing for Roman.
Yeah.
He really could do that. He could really have people helping him. Finn can go in there helping him. Dominic can help him. You know what I'm saying? Rhea can help him. Like, he can go for a little bit. They have cheating on the outside to actually win his matches. But he had so much of a pop, it just looked like his baby face is on the way soon.
Yeah.
When he got that belt, they pop for him.
Huge pop.
They straight pop for him. And I can't think of who I would think Damian Priest would be beefing against.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Finn Balor.
Yeah, bro. Overall grade for WrestleMania, I will give it an A-.
A- what for today?
For just them all together, I give it an A-. It was a
yesterday
great,
and today.
Yeah, for yesterday and today, yes.
I
did say B+ from yesterday. Me and Anthony decide A+ for this, but then I think about some more. I'm like, altogether, I give it an A- because although this was a fun WrestleMania, I don't know if this will go down as the best WrestleMania that I've seen so far. Like last year's WrestleMania was crazy. This year's,
this year was starstruck.
It was really great.
This year was starstruck.
It was. You
had CM Punk. You had CM Punk, John Cena, The Undertaker, The Rock, in the same building at the same time.
That's insane.
At the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, at the same time. John Cena don't get along. He wasn't getting along with CM Punk in a while. CM Punk had his. As far as like matches, I ain't talking about personal life, but I'm just saying like.
Yeah.
I remember like his last match was with John Cena when he left and took that belt. I remember when he fought, didn't he beat The Undertaker at one point? CM Punk?
No, CM Punk won. It was in a screwy way. It was like way back when CM Punk was like World Heavyweight title. World Heavyweight champion.
Yeah, so you had all them people in the ring at the same time. I mean, not in the ring, but in the building at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an epic moment. Yep, epic moment, man. Yeah. I had to give it a B. I can't give it an A+ or A. I gotta give it a B because Dirty Dom. That's why.
I love the.
Yep.
I love you, Beasley, bro. You do not shy away from taking shots at Dirty Dominic Mysterio, bro.
Yep, Dirty Dom.
You know what? I will love to see you and Dirty Dom have a match for next year's WrestleMania. Hey, why not? You know what I'm saying? They want to bring Sean. To your point, they want to bring Snoop Dogg. Why not bring you in? You rap too.
Right. I was
You
like,
rap
nope,
too.
I ain't doing it.
Do an impromptu match or something.
But I'll get a wrestler to do it for sure.
I say part of the reason why I love this year's WrestleMania is because I love the entrances. I love the match. Some of the matches, for the most part, not all the matches, of course. Some matches were really good, to great. Some were average. Some were just okay. The woman matches killed it. They did a great job.
Every single woman match was good.
Yes. Though I say, you know, Rhea and Becky, Io and Bailey all did a phenomenal job in their own way. I love the fact that we got new tag team champions and separate belts on different brands. That's cool. I don't know. What I can say is there is hope, and the future is on the rise. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, you just gotta find out where it's going. Because Damian Priest said he don't even know where it's going. He just know he got the belt, but he don't know where it's going.
Yep. So yeah, man. Let's go right ahead and hit the usual sticks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed, my speaker is getting on nerves. Hold on. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed together at the end of the day, do me a quick favor, and that is to like, comment, subscribe, share my friends, amongst your family, people who like you, people who don't like you. You know it gives up. This is the live outlet. It was your boy Josiah Beezy, my homie Scoop, my homie Anthony, 4 of us, you know, doing a review over WrestleMania 40. You agree? You disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for joining us because I had fun watching this year's WrestleMania. And hopefully, WWE got some bad pay-per-views coming up very, very soon for this year in 2024.
Yeah,
Anything you guys should be
I see they got King of the Ring on the way. May 25th, May 25th, May 26th in Saudi Arabia.
They're doing it on SmackDown.
Yep, but they're doing SmackDown in Saudi Arabia. You see that?
Huh?
You see they doing it in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they're doing it in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday. That's gonna be crazy.
It is gonna be nice.
All right, y'all make sure y'all look straight at the eclipse, but it's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit Ohio 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we get 97. We get 97% of it, but Ohio get 100%.
What time will the eclipse happen?
Like 3:30.
3:30. Okay.
About
Cool.
3:30. One of the two. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, man. So,
all right, bro.
Yep. See you, bro. Much love to you, man. And we'll talk about some more wrestling stuff in the very coming weeks here.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. King Life, we are out. Love you guys. Peace.